Hey, Scooby! So, careful, folks. It's very foggy out there. Look out for the headless scepter. Hey, Chloe, what other Scooby-Doo, like, nefarious characters were there beside, like, the headless scepter? Do you remember any of the other ones?
No.
There was always a ghost that the Harlem Globetrotters would help them find.
Zoink, Scoob! Whenever I think of, like, Scooby-Doo, I think of this. And that old, foghorn sound effect. And, of course, this morning, Zoink, Scoob! It's really foggy out there! Be careful! And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids! Yeah, fog. This is the first fog that I remember in quite some time. Now, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Did I say this is the MJ Morning Show? Well, welcome, folks.
It's a good morning.
MJ Morning Show.
Yeah. So when I think of fog, for whatever reason, I think of Scooby-Doo and that foghorn sound effect. But careful. It was, foggy on my way in. The bridge was a bit foggy, but visibility was pretty good. But there were other places around the area. You're going to have some places around the Tampa Bay area where the fog is typically worse, and it's going to be really, really dense. You remember that nasty pileup on I-4 probably, what was that?
There's a lull.
8-9 years ago. Remember, there was a nasty chain reaction accident, and there were some people that actually lost their lives.
On I-4, which sits on the ground for most of it.
As opposed to being
to 275 that's in the air. 275 through Tampa doesn't ride on the ground. It's elevated.
What?
Oh, geez. The interstate, 275.
Yeah, but
is elevated above the ground, and the fog tends to be
On,
less.
not in all places.
No, but as in some places, which I said tends to be, like I-4 through Tampa is
like
elevated.
if you're near that Derek Brooks thing over there, that's
elevated.
Yeah.
That's not elevated.
It's lifted up a little bit.
It's look down. Yes, you go down and you can travel under it.
What, like 4 feet off the ground?
Are you drunk? Cars travel under it.
The fog up there 6 feet up.
Does
Whoa.
MJ live in his own midget universe? No.
Oh.
The interstate in downtown Tampa to exit to almost the Interstate 75 is elevated. But then when you get into Polk County, it rides on the ground.
Hold on. 275. When you get on Fowler or
Things
Fletcher.
change.
Hold on.
God.
When you get on at Fowler and Fletcher, it's not in the air like the flyover on Gandhi or
It's 20.
Well, it's not that high.
It's 20 feet high. You look down on highways when you travel.
Yeah.
Is this a real life conversation?
Wait a sec.
Holy
I
crap.
feel high when I'm on 275 in the places that Fester's
Wait a
talking
sec.
about.
When you go through downtown, maybe, but when I get on Fletcher or Fowler or Bears, I'm not up in the air.
But you travel up and high. You're higher.
You're saying there's humps?
By maybe a couple of feet. It's not like I'm on a cable car ride.
Yeah, as you travel through Malfunction Junction, you're elevated. And you're higher as you go through
That's
downtown.
different. I'm talking about like Fletcher, Fowler.
God.
You're not, dude.
Yeah. I'm
You're
going to go with Fester on this.
Okay,
What are you talking about? You're inventing elevations.
we're not.
It changes.
I'm so confused.
Holy crap.
Do you not?
So anyway, in Polk County,
Yep.
Jesus, there's a lull where the interstate goes down and fog just packs in there and gets really, really dense, kind of near the Hillsborough-Polk border, where you really, really have to slow down.
Well, there was that nasty wreck some years ago because of the fog, and there was an awful chain reaction. I think vehicles traveling eastbound, vehicles traveling westbound toward Tampa on I-4, and it was ugly. Interstate was closed for like a ridiculous amount of time. It was like 30, 40 cars. It was crazy. And it was all because of the fog. And I don't know what it is, but there are some people that want to drive in excess of the speed limit even if it's foggy out there. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's stupid beyond belief. Hey, folks, if you heard a different voice a moment ago, Chloe is here.
Good morning.
Let's test out your microphone.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you got to project. You got to get right
Yeah,
on. You got to
that's
get
exactly
right.
Can
like
you
we're-
hear me okay?
Yes, you got to project and get right on that microphone because when you first spoke, you were very low and you weren't really projecting and cutting through.
You gotta act like you're awake.
This isn't some Scottish boarding school where you have to whisper in the corners. You have to talk a little louder than you.
So
Got it.
Chloe is back from Scotland for the winter time here for the Christmas season. When do you go back? In January, right?
Yeah, I'll go back flight is January 9th.
So you fly back to Scotland on Jan 9.
Yep.
So look at this. Chloe's got a little over a month to hang with us. You got back on Monday.
Monday night.
Yeah, so Chloe got back earlier this week. We are just getting rolling, folks. It's going to be a busy day. Chloe's got some Scotland. Hey, do your accent.
No. I think it's like not.
Do you
Can't say no. We're on the radio.
Yeah.
Do your Scottish accent.
Chloe,
It sounds
listen.
good to Americans.
Chloe, when you're on FaceTime or what is it that you're on WhatsApp, right?
WhatsApp.
When we're doing WhatsApp, you're doing your Scottish accent, so why won't you do it on the show?
I don't know. Should I do my Scottish accent for the rest of the show?
Oh, wow.
Should I do it?
That's
I think
really good.
Should I bring in some haggis for you guys? All right.
She was right not to do it the first time.
No.
Actually awful.
Oh, that
I
was
don't-
good.
All right, now we know.
I'll eat a lot of stuff, but I don't want that haggis crap. I'll tell you that right now. All right, we're just getting started. Busy Friday. A lot of ground to cover. Oh, how about that Celine Dion story? Was that guys, that actually started breaking like a little after 8 o'clock. Where were you guys? Why didn't we have that story yesterday?
Yeah, we don't have trackers on breaking Celine Dion news.
No,
because
come on,
really
man.
nobody gives
Dude,
a
that
crap.
story, it hit things like at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. So how did we go on for 2 hours and we didn't have that story?
But it
yesterday?
started off like a little health problem and then
Yeah,
it escalated.
She released a video.
We're not watching videos. We're
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah, let's not do a live show and converse back and forth for an hour and a half. at a
Listen,
time.
we usually get the breaking items.
Yeah, like Brittany Griner, which was the biggest story of the day. Celine Dion having some stiff syndrome.
You know what?
Stiffies? I've never heard of this condition.
Either have I, but don't make light of it.
What's it called?
You're calling it the stiffies. I mean, it's.
in the community, what do you think the people call it?
Why are you yelling?
Bess, you're so mad today. Look at his face.
Dude.
Look at the funja.
Dude, you need medication.
Shut up. All right, let's go.
Just getting rolling.
Shut up.
We're back.
Come
We're
on.
back in a minute. Just getting rolling on a Friday, folks. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Like we've been telling you.
5. It is 6:20 here at the MJ Morning Show. Man, that Celine Dion thing, the news that broke on, what is that?
Oh.
What was that?
I set an alarm on my phone to go off at 6:20 on Fridays, and I meant to set it for 6:20 on Saturdays, and I hit the wrong day.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. So my passcode is 0000.
I'd rather your phone not interrupt the program like the minute I'm coming out of a song, you know?
I'd rather you not say rather instead of rather,
Oh,
but
geez.
you know, it's all right. All right. Sorry. My apologies.
All right. Why is your phone not on silent? Or alarms override the silent,
Yeah,
I
they
guess,
do.
on most cell phones, I
Yeah,
would
because
imagine.
then you want your phone on silent while you sleep so people can't call you, but then the alarm has to wake you up.
There is significant Antonio Brown news today. So for the early crowd, of course, we had our fun little Antonio Brown deal earlier in the week. Was that Monday, right? That was who's smacking into the microphones now?
My nose again. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Can you guys make
I'm sorry.
between you and Fester the superfluous noises you guys are making?
Froggy,
It's
The curses of this nose.
It's unbelievable.
You know, I think Froggy and Fester really derail the whole program.
You really do.
Really.
All right. So on Monday, you heard this, or actually, well, no, you did on Monday.
We did it Monday.
Well, no, on Monday, people did hear this because I posted it, after the program when we did this. I posted it on my Instagram. On the radio show, you heard this Tuesday morning.
Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, this is the MJ Morning Show. Please come out. Antonio Brown, this is the MJ Morning Show. If you come out, I have a PDQ combo meal coupon for you.
And, of course, Antonio Brown has been holed up in his South Tampa home since last week when Tampa police tried to serve him an arrest warrant for a domestic violence or domestic battery charge, and he won't come out. He hasn't been out. That Rolls-Royce black SUV Those things start at $350,000. And if you equip them with all kinds of features, you can easily get that thing to $400,000. This expensive Rolls-Royce SUV is sitting right in the driveway. He won't come out. He's like taunting Tom Brady again, which we'll get into in a bit. But the other significant Antonio Brown story is that now reports are that the woman that filed the domestic battery charges against him, that she wants the charges dropped now. What the hell is good? What did he offer to pay her off, or
Well, maybe they were just made up charges.
Or in the heat of passion, sometimes people say things and they think about it a day or so later after they have things out there.
I don't think Antonio Brown is playing with a full deck. That's my opinion. Antonio Brown's got some serious issues going on.
Hey, I have to commend you for a second. I listened back to the.
You're gonna commend me?
Yes, because,
really?
Yeah. Well, the clip you just played of you and I in front of Antonio Brown's house.
Yes.
I feel that if it were me on the microphone, right after I said "come out of the house," the next line out of my mouth and the natural line is "come out of the house
with your hands up."
With your hands up.
Oh, I thought of that,
and that would have changed the whole tone.
No,
of everything.
not necessarily, because I could have said. Hang on, let me get the bowl.
No. The line is "come out of the house, or I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down."
Okay,
That's the line.
That's not the line.
That's the line right there. That's the
they don't
scary.
say that.
Yeah, that is what they say.
They don't say that in the Three Little Pigs.
What do they say?
They don't say "come out of the house with your hands
Come
up,"
out,
or I'll
come
huff.
out. I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down. That's exactly what they say.
Does the wolf give the pigs an opportunity to vacate the premises safely?
Wait a minute, you're telling me that in the Three Little Pigs, the wolf says, "come out of the house or I'll huff and puff and blow your house down"?
What precipitates him huffing and puffing in the first place? There might be an invitation to leave the premises.
What if he's got emphysema? What if he's hooked up to a CPAP machine or something?
I trust Roxanne. She's the youngest kid, so I don't know.
Right?
What if he has RSV?
By the way, that voice out of nowhere, that's Chloe, my daughter Chloe, in studio today. All right, could we find the what are they? The
Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs. Can we find that online? Can we see what the actual words are?
I'm just finding that I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. But
Yeah.
I know it's precipitated by "come out," right?
Come out, we'll never give up.
Wherever you are or something?
Wherever
Or am I blending two
I
stories?
don't know.
Now, Fester,
Yes.
I could have said,
Antonio Brown, this is the MJ Morning Show. Come out with your hands up so I can put the PDQ free combo meal card in your hand.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to reach his hands if they were up.
I could have.
He's tall.
I don't think Antonio Brown's that tall.
Taller than you.
I'm sure he's taller than me, but I don't think he's that tall.
But you're going to add 5 feet with his holding his hands up?
All right, Fester is on the Three Little Pigs deal, and
I stand corrected.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything "come out of the house with your hands up," or "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down."
This is why I got confused. The wolf was actually asking to come in. Little pig,
Let
me in. Let me come in.
All right, so Chloe, you doubted your father, and you put your faith in Roxanne by saying, "I think she knows she's got the youngest kids in the room," insinuating that she must be reading the Three Little Pigs to her kids.
I forgot that you remember the weirdest things.
Well, by the way, Roxanne's kids are, I think, Two Little Pigs. But no,
Excuse me.
I'm kidding.
Seriously.
I'm
going to huff and puff and blow you right over, tip you over. You're not going to have far to fall, but...
Roxanne made a short joke.
You gonna let it talk to you like that?
Roxanne made a short joke.
Like, calm down. It's a joke, everybody. So there is no...
Let me in. Then the pig says, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Yeah, there's nothing about...
Come out with your
your hands up. There's nothing in the Three Little Pigs about that.
That would be a good updated version, though.
Yeah. So the deal is new documents are out, and apparently the woman who made the complaint against Antonio Brown, the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, in my opinion, former wide receiver for the Buccaneers, The woman that filed the domestic violence charges now wants those charges dropped. So new documents came to light yesterday. In the documents, it reads, quote, I am in sound mind, competent to handle my affairs. The arrest warrant is frivolous, demeaning, prejudicial, unconstitutional, belligerent, and combative.
And all her fault, or because of her complaint.
Wow. So this is a new twist to this whole story. What the heck?
So has he racked up other charges? Even if these charges are dropped, has he racked up other charges of
Just for staying in the house?
evading the police for a week?
That's a good question. Like, is there any kind of like eluding or something? Or
I don't know.
that's a good question. I don't know.
We should
Very
go back.
good.
We should go back to the house and ask him.
Yeah, this is weird though. So a new document is out, and the woman is asking that the charges be dropped. And is she afraid of Antonio Brown? Did Antonio Brown say, "Hey, why don't you drop these charges and I'll make it worth your while"? Listen, that's a speculation. I've got no idea if that's what happened. But again, this whole Antonio Brown deal is just bizarre.
I mean, I've known couples who've gotten to heated arguments, and in the moment they're very, very upset, and then the next day is like, wow, I really did call the police on you, honey. Gosh.
But I'll tell you what, that
I'm
house
sorry.
that Antonio Brown is in,
Oh, damn it. I hit snooze instead of
oh my God,
I'm sorry.
You are killing me.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Stop. I hit stop that time. That time it worked. It stopped. All right. I should just change the Friday alarm altogether.
Maybe you should how about you don't come in on Fridays?
Oh, is that a possibility?
That would be great.
I read a story this week about how
I know.
many offices are like Friday free days.
Well, I will tell you that the bridge on the way in was a whole lot quieter. The traffic was nowhere near as busy. Roxanne and I have discussed this for a while, that the bridge on Fridays is significantly less traffic filled than it is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
We have our post-show traffic pattern talk after the show. It's very interesting. We're going to do a podcast about it, quite possibly.
No, we're not. But I'll tell you what, most of the podcasts out there are such garbage and crap.
Yes.
Everyone that has a microphone or anyone that has that little pinhole on their laptop that can record you thinks they can do a podcast.
I legit would rather hear MJ talk about driving home traffic than half the podcast.
No, but seriously, I totally noticed that the traffic on the Howard Franklin Bridge on Friday is the lightest of the week, which might portend for what you're saying that, what, I saw the same thing. Wasn't the headline something like why almost no one's going into work or going into the office on Fridays? Wasn't that it?
Something along those lines, yeah. But there's so many people, especially post-pandemic, if you could say that's where we are. A lot of people worked from home. Now a lot of offices are open. People are going back to work. But I think the story was about how so many people, they're not doing anything on Friday. They jam it in the first 4 days, or they do a little bit of work from home on Friday, and that's
That'd be
it.
amazing.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
All right, folks, this is day 2 of the new windshield. And so far, no cracks. So the countdown is on. This is day 2 of the replacement windshield that I had put in by Mike's Auto Glass on Wednesday after a total of, 5 chips. And it was the last chip, which felt like a .22 caliber hitting my windshield southbound on 275 on the Howard Franklin. And it just took like a golf ball sized divot out of my windshield and cracked the whole friggin' thing. And I had finally have the windshield replaced on Wednesday, and I'm happy to report.
Crack is whack.
Yes, it is, and this is day 2, and the windshield is still pristine. The question is, how long before my windshield is totally wrecked again? All right, 6:32, we're just getting rolling on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Special guest in studio, Chloe, my daughter, is in the house, home for winter break from Scotland. Give me the Scottish thing again.
Yeah, be expected to do it every hour.
I tell you what, hey, say we're going to break, and then we'll have morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show. Do it in the Scottish thing.
All right, folks. Right now we are going to break, but
Morons in the news.
morons in the news next.
All right, 6:33. Traffic's on. Here's Pat. MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
If you're going to use golf.
can mean only one thing. Time for the early morons of the news. Chloe, you like this? You like this? You like this bumper music?
I love this song.
Do you know this?
Cheerleader.
How do you know Cheerleader?
Dad, this song. Okay, fun fact. This.
Oh, no.
I know.
Don't
I'm
say
sorry.
Don't say fun
I know
fact.
it's a trigger word for you.
Yeah. By the way, folks, Chloe, my daughter, in studio this morning with the crew. What's the fact?
Well, this song came out. I had to be in like 5th or 6th grade.
Right.
And I would play this song in the car, and you hated it. You hated this song. So I guess the tables have turned.
Ooh, now he plays it every day.
No, I don't.
Can't get enough of it.
It feels like it.
It is no. It's in rotation with the other little bumper music pieces when we go into the early morons of the news at this time.
Yeah.
I don't remember you playing this in the car when you were a little kid.
Wait,
I
is
did.
there words to this song?
Yes. Oh,
Oh, God.
cheerleader.
Oh, God, stop.
Okay, I can't place this with the word version of it.
Yeah, I mean.
I can.
I don't think I know
When
the
you
words.
just sang it, I remembered that.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
And they're
It's making
using
me-
this. They're using this in a pharmaceutical commercial that's running on TV. They're
Is it an ED commercial?
now. There's some drug they're pushing.
Got diarrhea. This would go
No,
perfectly.
no, I'm telling you, there's some drug that they're pushing on TV, and they're using this underneath. It's the music that they're using in the commercial. All right,
Whoa, the guy just choked to death.
That does sound like a toot at the end.
look at that. That is the longest I've ever played Cheerleader, just for you, little Chloe.
Wow.
How about that?
Okay.
All right, early morons in the news. Man, we have a lot to do today. This could be a two-chunker. Did you see this idiot up in Spring Hill that set a patrol car on fire and then claimed, hey, I'm a professional arsonist? Did you see this?
Are there professional arsonists? I guess there are, like in shows and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you can hire somebody to torch a building if you're trying to collect out the insurance money.
Okay, that's you,
That's
right?
not professional. That's like saying it's a professional hitman.
Well, listen. Well, hang on. And I was about to talk about that with hitmen, 99 times out of 100, if you think you're hiring a hitman, you're not. It's going to be some kind of undercover police officer that's going to bust you for trying to arrange a hit. And I'm guessing that if you also try to find an arsonist online to burn down your business or your store or warehouse for insurance cash, I'm guessing that could be a sting operation as well. But this guy is a total imbitard. This is up in Hernando County, and the sheriff's office up there, they arrested a guy that torched one of their patrol vehicles. Looked like, I saw the video on the news, it looked like it was, the Ford Explorer, police interceptor model.
Yeah, a lot of sheriff's offices are moving to that Explorer type vehicle.
Not all,
I'll tell you a lot.
It's
Hillsborough
not.
County has a lot of GM SUVs.
Well, Hillsborough County is not fond. I don't think they've made the move. In fact, I know Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, they're using the Chevy, the Tahoes.
Right.
And they're using a lot of pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Hillsborough County is buying a lot of, they're getting away from the Dodge Chargers.
I have a friend who's a deputy, and he swung by the house for an incident we had. No, I'm kidding. He swung by the house to say hello, and he has the truck.
Yeah, he's got a pickup truck.
And I was like, "How do you like your pick 'em up truck?" And he's like, "It's the best because you can put stuff in the back that you could never or would never want to put in your patrol car."
Yeah.
Like
Well,
criminals.
This imbecile in Spring Hill this week, he set the vehicle on fire, and then he shows back up to the crime scene while the vehicle is ablaze. This guy comes back and he's proud of his work, and he admits to setting the car on fire. Come on, this guy can't be playing with a full deck.
All right, so
No.
here's the thing about arsonists. I don't know if you know this, MJ. When there's an arson or a suspected arson, one of the things they do, part of their investigation, is they videotape the crowd of people that
I've
show
heard that.
up.
I heard that because arsonists like to watch their work.
It's one of those crimes that you want to go back and see.
Hold on a minute. Is that real, or did I just see that in an episode of like CSI or something?
Maybe we saw the same episode of CSI, but I believe that in my heart.
I've always heard that too. They like to watch the stuff burn.
I think all criminals like to go back and watch what happens.
No. I have a very, very decorated life of petty crimes, and I don't ever want to go back.
The Hernando County Sheriff's Office, they say that Anthony Thomas Tarduno. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, the first part. He's just a stupid guy.
Isn't that like an insult in Italian?
Hey, you're Tarduno.
Hey, Tarduno.
Yeah.
Hey, who you calling a Tarduno?
You call me Tarduno?
Hey, sto
not. Yeah. All right. So Anthony Thomas Tarduno.
Tarduno.
You Tard Uno. He lit a Hernando County sheriff's vehicle on fire. This is near North Cliff Boulevard and Portillo Road, or do they call it Portillo Road up there? I don't know. And it happened on Wednesday, a little before sunset, like 5 o'clock.
That's a beautiful time to set a fire.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fester, don't condone this behavior.
And I'm not, but if you're going to light something on fire right before sunset,
we stop it, please.
It bounces off the sky.
No.
Bright colors.
Fester, stop. No, if you're going to maybe have a bonfire or you're going to roast marshmallows, not light things on fire like cars.
Well, duh, that's what I meant. But yeah, it's
How about brush?
Brush.
No, don't set brush on fire either. All right, so it turns out not only was the cop car torched and damaged, but also the car parked right next door, right in the space next to the police car, was also damaged. Hernando County firefighters, they showed up pretty quickly, put out the flames. Most of the damage was near the gas tank on the Ford Explorer. Under the gas tank was trash. This guy, this Tard guy, he takes trash apparently from a dumpster and then packs it under the car and lit the trash on fire. And that was the incendiary item that he lit first to set the car on fire. What a bozo. So Tarduno told Hernando County, the detectives, that he was drunk. Oh, he said, according to the police report, he said, I was intoxicated, and when I'm drunk, I do stupid things.
Okay, so he's a professional arsonist, so that's his positive, but the negative is he did it while he was drunk.
This is insane. He said that he had been at a bar, saw the patrol car, and decided to light it up. Tarduno also stated he did not target the vehicle because it was a police car, and any car that had been parked there would have been set on fire. What is the matter with this guy?
What a coincidence.
Dude, he's going to go to jail or prison for years over this.
What if there was a fire truck there?
Can I call the sheriff of Hernando County and see if I could buy this car before it goes to like Tampa Machinery Auction?
Did you see the video? I mean, the thing is like really up in flames.
Oh, yeah. No, the video shows the vehicle totally engulfed. Yeah, apparently this dude took trash out of a dumpster, put it under the car, had a lighter in his pocket, set the trash on fire, and then he went back to the bar, and then he came back to the scene because he said he started to feel guilty. So he came back to confess.
So he didn't come back to watch it, rather, but came back to confess?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Two benefits. One, he confesses. Two, he gets to watch it.
This guy needs a checkup from the neck up. There's something wrong. Oh, and then in the police report, he also, like I said, told the deputies investigating that he's, quote, a professional arsonist, and he said that he's done similar things in the past.
Just practicing, staying in practice.
So this guy was busted for arson back in 2012. He also apparently pulled down his pants and exposed his wang in 2011.
Okay. Well, you know who hasn't been there?
I mean, who hasn't?
He's sounds like a crime showman. Like every crime that he commits requires or results in people watching his work.
This guy's a menace to society.
Yeah.
Lock this guy up. I got to believe that setting a police car on fire, one of these Hernando County Sheriff's SUVs on fire, this has got to be 5-7 years in Florida State Prison. I got to believe this guy, he can't get off with like a slap on the wrist or 60 days or a year. This has got to be, I hope that prosecutors in Hernando, they take this guy out to the woodshed and spank his ass. Because
I think he's going to like that.
Yeah.
Well, because you know what? Next, he might set someone's house on fire.
But
And you might have a family inside and little Sparky the dog.
Sparky.
Why does the dog's name need to be Sparky when we're talking about arson?
Nah,
Yeah.
just first thing that came to mind.
Couldn't call him Pickles or something?
No.
Anything but
That's
Sparky.
That's terrible. All right, stand by, folks. We'll get into the second chunk of the Morons in the News next. It gets even better from here. Morons in the News designed to make you feel better about yourself, because there's no way you could be as imbecilic as some of these people. So if you're having a bad day, these stories ought to make you feel better, because there's no way things are as bad as these turds. All right, 6:51. Back in a second on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And if Froggy, were you just about to say something? The minute I put my headphones on, I thought I heard you say, "Hey, guy."
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if you don't come up the back staircase, do you?
No, I do not come up the back
Because
staircase.
there's been vomit on the wall there for like a month.
All right.
Are you talking about when you like the
Go
landing?
up the stair, the first landing, yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I assumed it was coffee, but that has been there for months.
It looks like
saying-
somebody just went on the wall.
You say somebody hurled?
Yeah, and then on the door, there's blood leaking.
What is?
I'm telling
What
you,
is this?
MJ.
What is this? The Amityville Horror
You
House?
want me to go take a picture of the blood and show
No,
you?
I don't wanna
There's
see-
blood on the door.
I don't want to see the blood on the walls.
I just want them to clean it. If you could, just a simple wipe.
No, I don't want to see.
Looks like somebody got shot, and then a midget got shot in front of the door.
So we got throw up and blood.
Yeah, I'll add to the list when you get into that
All right,
one.
so you've seen this as well?
I assume
The blood is on the bottom of the door.
I did not see the blood, but I saw the
What?
vomit. But I've told myself it's coffee.
What do we do? What is going on in
and
this
then
place?
in the place between the door and
Yeah.
then the door into the building, it smells like cat pee in there.
Oh, okay. So maybe a cat got
Oh
in
my
there.
God! What is going on in this place?
Interesting.
All right, hey, where's Fester?
I don't know. Being grumpy somewhere. Oh, you know what? I bet she's asleep on the couch. You want me to go away? I bet she's asleep on the couch.
No, just leave him alone.
He's asleep.
just leave him alone. You think he's sleeping?
Well, I saw. He walked back with me, and I go, "What are you doing?" He's going.
Wait a minute. During a 5-minute commercial break, he's taking a nap?
Yeah. Do you want me to go get him?
No, just leave him alone. If he naps for the rest of the show, I'm fine with that. Oh, other than we're supposed to do the bitter button battery test this morning.
Oh yeah, I gotta go wake him up. Let me go get him.
Just let him sleep through
You
this.
want me to call you, and then I can do it on the phone?
No, just let him sleep through this segment. What the heck is he doing that he needs to nap during a 5-minute commercial break?
I don't know.
What is going on with
Good
this
for
place?
him that he can take 5-minute naps. I can't do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am in my, I guess a week from today will be my final show here on Q105.
No, it's not.
Roxanne,
Do you know something we don't know?
I do not have a new contract. My contract expires while I'm on vacation. My contract is up at the end of this month. I do not have a new contract. I have not entered into any meaningful discussions.
Okay, do you have meetings lined up to discuss this?
My contract is over at the end of this month. I do not have a new contract. At this point, I don't know if I'm continuing here. Now, we go on Christmas break after the show on Friday the 16th. So a week from today is the 16th, right? What is today? The 9th? Yeah. So next Friday is the 16th. Michelle, Chloe, and Julian and I, we're going on Christmas vacation. We're going to head out west. We're going to go skiing. And I can't imagine that any kind of a contract's going to be signed before I leave on vacation. So, folks, I've been telling you about this for a while, and at this point, I don't know if we're going to be back. I don't even know if they're going to run the best of. I mean, if I don't have a contract next week, do they just go, more music when we're on vacation? I don't know if they're going to run best ofs.
Are they supposed to talk? I mean, why? Here's what you should do.
What?
Set up a meeting this week and talk about it with somebody.
Is he living forever? Is this the farewell? Or maybe he'll come back for good. Who can tell? Will the crew still remain if MJ's not around? Will things ever be the same again? MJ's contract countdown. MJ's contract countdown.
Roxanne, where are you going now? What is going on? If Fester is sleeping on the couch,
Wait, Chloe, do you have information? What's happening?
I think I do have something to say.
what?
I think Fester was locked out. I think he was like throwing rocks at the window or
Oh,
something.
is
So
that-
those were the loud bangs.
Is that the noise I heard out there?
I think he's been trying to get our attention.
Oh my!
He's throwing
for like
rocks
5
at the
minutes.
window? Is he insane?
Hold-
That's what that banging noise
All right,
was.
well,
We've
hey-
been trying to figure it out.
all right, hang on a minute.
It's like
Folks,
shot putting rocks.
during
Yeah.
during the last during the last commercial break, we're like in our second to last commercial before we came back and played the Duran Duran Hungry Like the Wolf, and I heard what appeared to be like a bird flying into the glass window, and I'm like, oh my God, what was that? And I'm looking outside to see if there's like some kind of an assassin, if somebody's outside like trying to breach our studio windows, and I didn't see anything, but that must have been Fester hurling something at the window up on the second floor. And I even said to Froggy, I said, Froggy, is somebody banging on the glass in the studio behind us?
Yeah. You're like, you thought we were being like attacked.
Oh my God. So Fester's been outside. Let me check my phone.
Where are they?
Fester didn't call my phone.
There's
Fester.
no, yeah.
So
Did she see him out there?
So
I
Roxanne
don't know.
just fled the studio. Fester, Froggy thought, was napping on the couch during the commercial break. And I just said I'd let him sleep.
Yeah,
And
last
then-
I saw, he was doing that.
And then Roxanne just rushed out of the studio. And Chloe, so why do you think that Fester's locked out?
I think she tried to
Go
peek out
let
of
him
the
in.
window. I think she tried to look out and she goes, oh, Fester must be locked out or something. So she barged out of here.
Oh my
I thought he was
God.
smoking a cigar or something.
This
so,
is insanity. This is completely insane.
I don't know.
Well, apparently Fester had to go out to his car for the bitter battery button test.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I don't know why you would leave the batteries in your trunk. If you were listening to yesterday's program, this came up. Hold on, here comes Roxanne and Fester.
Here they come.
Oh my
Jeez, man.
goodness.
Can you be any more disruptive on this show?
I thought you were asleep. You said you were going to lay on the couch.
If you tried to be more disruptive, I don't think you could be more disruptive.
Did you hear me outside?
Okay, listen.
What did it sound like in here?
I could think of a million better ways to get back in the building
Roxanne,
than throwing stuff at our windows.
Did I not freak out?
During
During the commercial break.
What was that?
He yelled at us.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
he yelled
so-
at me, too.
I get down to the car and I realize my key to get in the building is in the office and my phone is here at the microphone
I
position.
guess that's why you didn't call me.
So
There you go.
So you went down. All right, first of all, Fester, wouldn't it be somewhat intelligent that if we're doing the bitter battery button test this morning, wouldn't it be intelligent for you to bring that item up from the trunk of your car and not leave it in the trunk of your car if we're going to be doing a bit on this later on?
All right, so all that's here and there. I left the batteries in the back of my trunk, and I went downstairs. I pop them
You don't
open.
even know what you're driving.
God, you're so
you're
tired.
You're a disheveled mess.
Take a breath. You're about to.
And then you left your keys and your wallet up here, so you're just a theme of leaving everything
So
everywhere today.
I heard a gigantic crash on our second story studio window. I'm like, what was that?
Good.
What did you throw at the window? And then I look out and I couldn't see you.
All right, so I ransacked my car to find something to throw.
What did you throw at the window that crashed?
I had a gallon jug of like windshield wiper fluid with like an inch left.
Dude, this building is a crap hole. What if that would have gone through the window?
You know what? That would have been. You guys would have known I was out there. I would probably got picked up about 30 seconds earlier.
Oh my. And don't you think that you should step away so I can see you in the
Yes.
parking lot versus putting your big fat body next to the building so I
Yes.
can't even see you if I look out?
Okay, so here's the deal. I throw the empty jug of windshield wiper fluid and it hits, and then I wait out there for a couple of seconds, but it falls straight down. It doesn't bounce back like I'm throwing a tennis ball at the building. I throw the jug and then it falls into the bushes. I've been
Yeah.
climbing in bushes for the last 10
Yeah, the
minutes.
bottle
You're a
won't
mess.
bounce.
You're an absolute mess.
you would have been better off like doing smoke signals out there or
Would
something.
I?
Just go and wait by the front door. Wait for somebody to walk in.
Fester, do you have the batteries?
Oh, crap. I forgot after all that.
Where are the batteries?
All right, here.
Show me the batteries. Let me make sure we have the right product
Oh,
here.
there you go.
All right. Here we go. Duracell 2032s Child Secure Plus Bitter Coating.
They're like $10.
Well, I can use these, though. I think I've got some dive equipment that uses the 2032s.
I'll sell them to you.
All right, here's the deal. During the show yesterday, Fester hands me this printout from Reddit, and it's of just like this. It's like it's like a Duracell blister pack with 4 batteries in the picture. I think those were 2025s. The button cells, those round coin-like silver button cell batteries. And Fester's like, is this real? And there was a Reddit group with a picture, and it was talking about the button cell batteries that have a bitter coating to dissuade kids from putting them in their mouths because they're clearly a choking hazard. And I said, Fester, you never heard of this? I've known about this for years. And Fester's like, I never heard of it.
I never heard of it.
Dude, what kind of father are you? You have young kids growing up and you didn't know about bitter button battery cells?
All right, so all the battery-operated devices we have at the house we keep pretty well locked up.
Yeah. What kind of mother am I? I don't know about them.
Second of all, I don't know that I've ever replaced one of those little dime or nickel-looking batteries. I can't think of anything I have.
How could you
What
not?
do you do? Throw away the flashlight or whatever?
No, my flashlight uses
not,
big batteries.
not many flashlights use these button cells, but
my
keychain
watch,
batteries. Keychain
all
flashlight.
right, maybe a keychain flashlight. Here's the
Laser
deal.
pointer? Never had a laser pointer?
So my idea was
I'm a grown man. I don't have a laser pointer.
My idea was, if Fester had a laser pointer, he'd be arrested on federal charges because he'd be shining them at airplanes like a moron.
I remember when laser pointers were first a thing, like in the late '90s, and Hurricane and I went to dinner at Chili's, and he's lighting up US 19. I'm like, that doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, probably not. All right, so I told Fester to go get the Duracell Child Secure bitter coating button cell batteries, and that on today's show we would do a public awareness segment. And I would put these button cells with the bitter coating on the tongues of Froggy and Fester. So
we have four, so there's one for everybody.
Yeah, that'll be coming up a little later on, probably the next chunk, somewhere in the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show, which, folks, again, we start 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show every morning at about 7:22, 7:23. We go for an hour and 20 minutes with no interruptions, no music, no commercials. It's nonstop MJ Morning Show content, and that's coming up in about 10 minutes right here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, is there an update on the Chicago off-duty cop on vacation in St. Pete Beach that peed in the ice machine
So after
at Jimmy B's Beach Bar?
Now, we spoke about it immediately after it happened, like the next day.
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier this week, and I was curious. I haven't heard any more about this. Is there an update?
No.
The update is he still has to go.
An off-duty Chicago police officer vacationing right here in St. Petersburg. He's making national news because he took a whiz in the ice machine next to the bar at Jimmy B's Beach Bar on Gulf Boulevard in St. Pete. 30-year-old Henry Capouch. He's a 30-year-old off-duty cop from Chicago on vacation, and he's peeing in the ice maker at this bar. That is unbelievable. And I was just wondering if there was any kind of an update. He was also actively resisting police when they showed up. I think it was, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah.
He resisted them. He's a 5-year veteran of the Chicago Police Department. Son, coming down here to St. Pete Beach and peeing in the ice machine is no way to go through life.
Capeed in the
so
machine.
There's nothing else on this guy. That's all we have. Did he bond out? I mean, what is this going to do to his gig in Chicago? Is this guy in trouble?
I mean, he's been a cop in Chicago since November of 2017.
A moron. All right, son, don't you come here to St. Pete. Don't you come here to Pinellas County and pee in our ice machines.
He did bond out.
Did he?
Hang on, Andrew, he did bond out?
Yes.
And do we know what the bond was? When did he bond out?
$650.
$650 what?
$650.
Okay.
Said how much?
Oh, I thought maybe 6:50 a.m. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Man,
Just recently.
He just bonded out 25 minutes ago.
So, do you
$650.
think, MJ,
Yeah.
do you think that there is Pinellas County Sheriff's deputy body cam video of this incident, and does this officer ask for a favor?
Oh, you know what? Do me a favor, make a public records request. Let's go. All right, Fester, take care of that today. Get a hold of the sheriff's office and make a request for the body cam video of this. That's perfect.
I was hoping you can let me go.
All right, quick break, folks. Is your body cam on?
I'm an officer in Chicago.
Is your camera on?
It is.
I'm the police chief in Tampa. I'm hoping that you'll just let us go tonight.
All right, quick break. Back in a second, folks. We start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. So Chloe's in the studio, back from Scotland from school. She's got a royal story to tell.
Ooh.
With the, you got the whole Netflix
Yes.
Harry and Meghan thing
I
dropping.
watched episode 1 last night.
Oh, I got to get a review on that. All right,
Yeah.
hang on. Did they dish the dirt yet? Froggy, hold on. Back in a second on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Q105, and ladies and gentlemen, this is now the commencement of the long, uninterrupted chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Froggy, Fester, Roxanne, I'm MJ, and special in-studio guest is Chloe. My daughter is home for winter break, flew in on Monday from Scotland. How are you, my lad?
I'm great.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lass, right?
Oh.
Or a lassie?
How are you, my lass?
I'm great. Let's cut it out now.
Yeah, you're going to make her talk like
It's
that?
getting a wee bit old, don't you think?
Do they say we a lot?
It's getting a wee.
We?
A wee.
Yeah. They do.
Are you actually getting schoolwork done, or are you just getting all drunk over there?
I'm getting schoolwork done, Froggy.
A lot of partying. A lot of
A
partying.
lot of age-appropriate behavior.
Chloe has like a brush with the royal story from St. Andrews in Scotland. Because, by the way, you know who met at St. Andrews?
Them.
Prince William and
Kate.
They met at St. Andrews. That's where they went to college.
Wow.
And Chloe's doing her entire junior year, not just some piddly little semester. Chloe's doing her entire junior year in Scotland at St. Andrews. So we'll talk to Chloe about her brush with the royals in just a few minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I was talking about the squatter story. I meant to get this in the early Morons in the News Chunk 2 last segment, but Fester disrupted the whole show by getting locked out and throwing crap at our window. I'm getting ready to call 911 thinking someone's trying to breach the building. Meanwhile, it's Fester throwing jugs of windshield washer fluid.
First of all, it was an empty jug. Second of all, it's still down there, by the way. I mean, I don't want to litter. I got to go get it soon.
So I missed this. I missed the opportunity to talk about the story. This happened down in Naples, so a little south of us here. And a guy by the name of Alexander Rowland. Listen to this nightmare scenario. 27-year-old guy from Pennsylvania walked into a home on 6th Avenue South down in Naples and just pretended that it was his. Walked in. He claims that he fell in love with the home, decided he was going to take it, and just, not like just shoplifting an item off of a shelf at Dollar General. This guy decided he was going to take the home, and he moved in and decided to squat in the home. Told detectives that he drove by the house for a couple of days, and you know what? I just fell in love with this place.
You know, I like a lot of houses I see. I don't just take them.
Easy to fall in love with. There's a lot of homes that you just simply fall in love with. Yeah. But, dude, it's not your home. You're not allowed to fall into a home and then break into the home and decide you're going to live there.
Does he have the same deal with cars, too? If he sees a car he likes, he's just like, take that.
Apparently, he also purchased a new front doorknob at Home Depot. I'm not making this up.
So watch this guy legally be able to, like, live there somehow.
So he bought a new doorknob, and he put it on the door.
Oh, my God.
He even built some gardening boxes. But some kind of neighborhood watch or some kind of like security company that patrols the neighborhood noticed that, well, hang on, I don't think there's supposed to be a car in the driveway. So the neighborhood patrol, they called the police, and they saw the guy just squatting. He just moved in. Neighbors there couldn't believe that somebody had the gall just to say, hey, I like this house. I'm just moving in.
I don't understand how there aren't laws that protect the owner of the house.
Well, no, they got rid of the guy, but there are cases, I know I've read these stories, where people have gone through these nightmare scenarios of trying to get rid of somebody that's squatted in their place. It's like some kind of a thriller movie. It's like, what was it, like Michael Keaton in Pacific Heights or something. But I know I've read these stories in the past where it is a mess.
We had a renter just got rid of her last night, and we were so afraid she was going to become a squatter situation because she was bad news, like from the word go. Like she gave checks that were falsified, and then like Doug had me go with him to meet her, and I was like, she's going to be a problem.
Hold on, were you guys wearing bulletproof vests?
No, but I actually...
Does Dig Doug, by the way, folks, I'm talking about Roxanne Wilder here and her fiance, Dig Doug, and they've got a bunch of rental properties.
Roxanne Wilder.
Doug. Doesn't Doug have like a professional that he can use to get someone out? I mean, that could be dangerous.
Right. No, it really could. In some instances, yes.
And he drags you along?
Yeah. He brought me. This
What?
is like 10
you're
days
the,
ago.
You're the muscle?
Yeah, he's like,
She's the heavy.
he's like, tell me what you think of this renter. This is right before she moved in, and she showed up with this guy that freaked me out. He was like,
wait a minute. This person's only been a renter for 10 days?
she's out now because.
And then you got him out yesterday
Yes.
because what? All
Thank goodness.
all the checks bounced?
Yes, and not only that, you could see how she falsified the checks.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
What kind of background checks is Doug doing on people?
Okay, listen. Two things. Number one, she checked out.
Hey, I got a new jingle. Doug, who does no background checks.
No, she checked out from a prior rental. He checked with her previous landlord. She was okay. She had documents to show that she worked and had a job. But then as soon as she moved in, he cashed her checks and they were falsified documents. They were false. They were made up.
Right.
And then she did it again. She gave him 2 more bad checks. And then he got the bank to show them that they were like fraudulent. So she thankfully left, but she was going to be a problem. But this guy she brought to the house the first day, she said he was her Uber driver. He was so creepy, and he went through the whole house with her.
Well, hold on. The Uber.
Yes.
What?
And Doug's like, no,
the
that was just the
so-called Uber driver was going through the house
Yes,
with her?
and criticizing the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he saying about Doug's rental property?
He didn't like some of the windows or something like
well,
that.
hold on. Give me the language. What was he saying?
This place is a dump. I'm going
he's
back
like,
to my car.
Well, you need to fix that.
Oh, the ceilings are too low.
Yeah,
oh, this kitchen,
He
this
actually
kitchen
said that.
is awful. Oh, and these drapes are hideous. Oh, and this shag carpeting is the worst I've ever
I
seen.
mean, who knew an Uber driver was such an interior
Oh
design?
my
Yeah, no,
goodness,
no.
these baseboards.
Was
are
he-
horrible?
was he really? Was he really the Uber driver, or was this some kind of a?
It was some kind of ruse, I'm telling you, because Doug was like, well, he says an Uber car out there. I go, yeah, what does that mean? I
Did
mean,
he
it
have
was
the
not.
Uber? Did he have the Uber light in the windshield?
He said he saw that, but I mean, this guy
Oh,
was like,
boy.
he was.
Did he have face tattoos?
No, he just reminded me like of James Gum. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
my
this is
God.
not going to work out well. And 10 days later,
you're a size 16.
The ceilings are a little high.
but we think she was just like a scammer.
Is there a well in the basement? Precious. Precious. Is there a well in the basement? Are there fingernails and
Yeah.
marks on the Precious? Precious.
Would you do me?
Did he did he tuck his package between his legs and
That's
and
that's
walk
what
around with
reminded
night
me-
vision goggles?
Yeah, that's what reminded me.
What's the
most.
song? Prancing Horses or something they played during
Oh,
that
yeah.
scene?
Something like that.
That song creeps me out.
In Silence of the Lambs, man.
Yeah.
All right, so how did you get this potential squatter out of Doug's rental property?
I think the way that he explained to her that he knew that she had forged bank documents, and he was just like, you can just leave and let's carry on. And she was supposed to leave last Friday, but she got out yesterday.
Wow.
Thank goodness.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
Any reason why I might be playing that? Or might be playing this?
Conjunction, what's your function?
Now we're
Looking
talking.
up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, how's that function?
I got 3 favorite cars that get most of my job done.
Or this?
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here.
Oh my God.
Lolly, 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 got some adverbs here. Come on down to Lolly's, get the adverbs here. You're going to need if you write or read or even think about it. Lolly, lolly, lolly,
Get your adverbs here.
Got 'em.
All right. It's with a very heavy heart that I tell you that the co-creator of Schoolhouse Rock has passed away at the age of 88.
What was his malfunction?
Conjunctive heart failure.
He had conjunctivitis.
Is that a real disease? It sounds real.
What? Conjunctive.
Conjunctivitis.
Well, yeah, those are the little stringy things you get in your eyes. That's like pink eye, right? Isn't conjunctivitis?
I think I think it's what you say to people when you don't want them to know you have pink eye. You say, "Oh no, I just have conjunctivitis."
Oh yeah, pink eye. So the co-founder died, huh?
Yeah, George Newell, the co-creator of Schoolhouse Rock on ABC. Remember those used to run during the weekend Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid. Man, I tell you what, those little Schoolhouse Rock things on ABC Cartoon Saturdays, that was a big part of my life, man.
None of them really rocked.
Chloe,
It kind of sucked.
Did you remember those?
I think actually some of my English teachers growing up, I remember my fifth grade teacher, sixth grade, they would show these videos.
They would
lessons.
show, really?
Yeah, in lessons.
Oh, that's at Shorecrest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Well, I'm
great.
just a bill.
Right.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
Pay all
and
that tuition just to have pop in a VHS of like stuff from the 1960s or 70s?
It's just a riot. It is only a riot. And it's happening on Capitol
I
Hill.
send my kid to public school if I want him to watch VHSs of old TV shows.
This is terrible. The wife of Mr. Newell told the New York Times he died of cardiopulmonary arrest on November 30th in a New York hospital. Those things are classic. So rest in peace, Mr. Schoolhouse Rock guy.
Mr. Newell.
They're going to spread his ashes on Capitol Hill.
On the steps on Capitol Hill.
How great would it have been if his name was Bill?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Maybe not that great.
All right. There is a shortage of a particular diabetes medicine because it's turned into the latest diet drug craze. And like half of Hollywood is trying to get this drug, not for like insulin and diabetes purposes, but because it'll help you lose weight.
Okay.
Do you know what drug I'm talking about?
Yep. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the commercial? Ozempic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I've seen the results of someone who's doing this.
Hold on. You know somebody that's on Ozempic not because they're a diabetic, but because they're trying to lose weight?
Yes, I do.
And, we ought to go to phones on this. Hold on to that story. Are there any folks listening right now that you are on and you are doing it only for weight loss, that you've got no issue with diabetes? Or do you know anybody? Fire up the phones right now. 800-990-1047. Anyone listening, are you in on this Ozempic diabetic insulin drug for weight loss only? If you know anything about this, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, apparently there's a shortage because you have so many people trying to get this prescribed for weight loss, not for insulin issues and diabetes, but to lose weight. All right, if you have anything to, or if you're a pharmacist, what's going on? Apparently the supply, listen to this thing. Dramatic stories. Oh, let me give the number out. Oh, my God. I didn't even give the number. Did I give the number out?
We need a new number.
Every line is ringing. Every single line. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. Listen to this story. Dramatic stories about weight loss seem to be everywhere on social media. Jennifer Huber shared her own story online, lost more than 50 pounds in 5 months after starting this injectable drug approved to treat type 2 diabetes. This drug is Mounjaro?
Mounjaro.
There are a number of drugs here. So Mounjaro, Mounjaro, belongs to a class of drugs called GLP-1 agonists that include Saxenda and Wegovy. All right. Those are two other drugs.
I've heard of Wegovy.
Right.
Is that commercial?
All right, so you got that one, and the other one is Ozempic. So I've seen the commercial. There are a number of these. It's not just Ozempic. It just so happens that Ozempic has the coolest jingle. Yeah, the co-opting of the 1970s hit from Pilot, which was, oh, it's magic, I know. So that's the song.
All right, we have every line jammed.
Every line is jammed. All right, so it's not just Ozempic, but it's also Saxenda and Wegovy. And I know I've seen commercials for Wegovy as well. They just don't have a catchy jingle that earbugs you and won't get out of your head. But look, here's the other story. How Ozempic landed the Hollywood market for fast results and diet drugs. This is in Variety. Variety that does stories about movies. They've got a story on Hollywood using, weight loss drugs.
In that respect, it makes sense because it's the thing that all the celebs want to be popping.
Here's another story from Vanity Fair about Ozempic. I got to go to phones here. First, though, Roxanne, let me hear your story.
Well, my friend, he was how I would describe him before. Like he listened to the show, so
he's fat, but you don't want to say he's fat.
No. Like
Fester-like?
I would say,
Yeah.
no,
Is he fatter than me?
no. Like sex. He's tall. I've always said he was a good-looking guy, like sexy.
So far you're describing me.
Yes, sexy guy.
But
I'm saying that.
But a fat, sexy guy.
Doug doesn't care that I
Where
said
you from? You sexy thing. And
he's okay. So, anyways, all of a sudden I saw his pictures on social media, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You wanted to jump his bones?
He's gay. So he's not going to be interested in me doing that, first of all.
Okay.
But he...
Well, listen, some gay guys will have a woman every once in a while.
No, not when Doug's
What?
around. Doug is just too good looking.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
So I'm like, Doug, have you seen him? He looks amazing. Like, not bodybuilder, going to be in a contest, but just... fantastic.
So what's the pay? What's the story? What's the payoff?
The story is that's what he was taking.
Ozempic?
Yes.
Oh, no. And Roxanne's into large gay men? Is that
how
what
many
I'm learning?
pounds?
That's what we've learned from this.
How much weight has this guy lost?
It's just all shifted.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
you
he was
can't
like a tall, like a sexy dad bod before, and now ripped
He's ripped
and muscular.
because
Yeah.
and how'd you find out that he was on?
Doug
weight
asked
loss.
him. Doug asked him.
And he said that, hey, Doug,
Yeah.
are you attracted to me? Because I'm on.
Doug, I got one pocket of Ozempic and one pocket of Viagra's and a couple of Adderalls in the car.
All right,
Let's go.
We got to go to phones. Every line is jammed. Jill is in Clearwater. Hey, Jill, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, so I had COVID twice last year, and I have asthma, so they put me on high doses of prednisone, and I gained 50 pounds. My doctor found out about Manjaro, put me on it as his first patient to take it, and I've already lost 40 pounds since June or July.
My God. Again, the drugs that people are taking for weight loss, it's Ozempic, Manjaro, Wegovy, Saxenda, and you've lost 40 pounds on that drug.
Without trying.
Without, wait a minute. So you're still shoving your face and you're still losing weight?
No. I just can't eat as much food.
Oh, because it's suppressing your appetite.
Right, absolutely.
Wow.
Without making you jittery or hyper.
Well, that's incredible. So Jill, you're endorsing using this drug for a typically non-indicated reason.
Absolutely. But when I had gained all that weight, I became pre-diabetic.
Yeah, that's the other thing, and that's a great point. A lot of people who, are, fatty boom baladdies are pre-diabetic or diabetic.
Right. And if you lose weight, your diabetes in many cases will just go away.
You know what? The funny thing...
It probably has already.
Yeah, well, that's incredible. Thank you, Jill. Great call.
My grandfather used to call it the diabetes.
You're going to get the diabetes.
Yeah, there's no the in front of it, Grandpa. It's just diabetes.
I know people that do that. You're going to get the...
Get the diabetes.
Right. So if I eat too much sugar or if I eat too much of my ice cream, Michelle does that to
Does
me.
she?
She says it intentionally. She says, you're going to get the diabetes. Doesn't she, Chloe?
Yes.
Diabetes.
She's like, you're going to get the diabetes. She always puts the because she knows it drives me nuts. All right, Kim is in Bradenton. Hey, Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, MJ.
So I'm prescribed Ozempic for being diabetic. It's one of 2 medications that I take.
Yep.
And when the doctor thought my numbers were too high, they tried to bump me up like 0.5 milligram on the Ozempic, and the insurance company said no, that they thought I was trying to get it for weight loss and wouldn't approve it.
Well, how'd you get around it? Did the doctor say, I'm certifying this, that my patient Kim needs for real diabetes and not just weight loss?
Yeah, they didn't believe her, so I didn't. They would not approve me to go up. And I just recently, this month, got a letter from my insurance company saying they were no longer going to even cover Ozempic because there's so many people using it for weight loss that they basically don't believe anybody else is using it.
Whoa, but wait a second. If you have a medical doctor that is certifying that you are a diabetic, you know, what do you want me to produce the corpse? I mean, what do you have to drag the insurance agent to like the hospital and show them like a blood test or something, or?
That's what I thought. I thought, well, it'll just be the doctor.
All right, so you're telling me you still cannot get Ozempic covered? You're a true diabetic and they still won't cover you?
Correct. They have to take something else.
There's got to be a way around this.
Is there an alternative or a generic drug that you could replace Ozempic with?
There's not a generic, but I take another diabetes medicine, and there's plenty of other ones. They just don't want to cover now Ozempic because of so many people using it for weight loss.
That's unbelievable. That sucks that people that really need it can't get it. There's got to be a way around this. Hey, I would call you're in Bradenton. Call your congressman.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Kemp
call.
Rouge and Green.
Or call Kemp Rouge and Green, your Ozempic denial team.
That's just
There you go.
She knows a thing or two about insurance companies.
Yeah, let's grab Lisa in St. Pete. Hey, man, the phones have exploded. Hey, Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing today?
We are well. What's your story, Lisa?
I am a type 1 diabetic. I have been diabetic since 1989.
Wow.
And with that, I've been through a lot of diabetic stuff, and a lot of things like this go on. And right now they have me on Ozempic because I'm becoming immune to the insulin that they're giving me.
Is your insurance company paying for Ozempic?
As of right now, yes, but that doesn't mean next year they won't when January hits.
Oh, geez. And, what is your copay? How much are you paying for your, let's say, 30-day or 90-day supply of Ozempic?
For 30 days of Ozempic, which is all the insurance will cover, is $60.
All right, $60 with your policy. And if you had no insurance and you had to buy Ozempic at retail prices out of pocket, how much would it be for 30 days?
I think when I did the research, it was around $200.
Yeah, it's certainly a big increase, but you hear about some of these drugs that would be like $1,200. It's ridiculous. Hey, best of luck, Lisa. Thank you for phoning in. Linda is in Bradenton. Linda, MJ Morning Show. We're talking about these diabetic drugs that suddenly are being used for weight loss with people that have no diabetes. Linda, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, MJ. Yeah, the actual cost without insurance is $1,000 for 3 months.
Yeah, so I know that it'll vary depending on, also for folks that don't have insurance, I don't know if Ozempic's going to be covered or these other drugs, but you know what really works is you got to shop pharmacies because like CVS and Walgreens are the most expensive. And if you don't have insurance, go to GoodRx.
We find a GoodRx prescription at some off pharmacy that we've driven by 1,000 times.
GoodRx. Get the app or go to the website, GoodRx, and then put in all the information, and it'll tell you where you can cash in your coupon, and the prices vary dramatically. Like with some drug, like a GoodRx prescription at Walgreens or CVS might be like $75, and at some other pharmacy it might be $8. So you got to shop it around, Linda.
They also give you there's a program that Ozempic has that gives you a reduced rate as well. But it's a sore subject with me because right now I can't get it.
And that's the problem is that there's a shortage of these pills. And that's why we started talking about this is that these diabetic pills, Ozempic and Wago, what is it?
Wagyu.
No, Wegovy.
Wegovy, that a lot of these pills are in short supply because people are using them to lose weight that don't need them for diabetes, and the people that are diabetic can't get their hands on this stuff. So, Linda, you faced a shortage, right?
Yes, I was put on it because my pancreas is still, creating the insulin. So I didn't want to go on insulin, and it took a very long process for me to be able to get Ozempic, and it works great. I mean, I did lose 40 pounds, but I was more concerned about trying to avoid going on insulin.
Not to mention they got a really catchy jingle. All right, best of luck, Linda. Thank you. Hey, Andrew, no more calls on this. I mean, every line is still ringing here. I'm going to grab the last ones on hold. So if you're on, Alex, Wendy, Jennifer, last 3 calls, but I'm not taking any more because we got to move on. Jennifer is in Winter Haven. Hey, Jen, MJ Morning Show, you're on.
Hi, I was just calling about the Monjaro shot. I don't take it personally, but my sister who lives in Tennessee, she just got put on it. And I was calling about a side effect, actually. She has had her gallbladder taken out, so finding a restroom, when she needs one is always a problem. But she said that since she has been put on the Monjaro shot just about a month ago, she's already lost about 10 pounds, but the constipation is out of this world.
Are you serious? So the shot gives you all kinds of rumbling tummy issues?
Oh, man. She said that even the stool softeners that she was taking.
All right. I think, yeah.
This is my favorite call of the day. Tell me more, Jen.
It seems counterintuitive that what's going in isn't coming out because you need that ripped stomach.
Roxanne, do you really have to add to this?
I have to go to the bathroom.
It's like you have a concrete from Shake Shack in there or something. All right, thanks. All right, thanks for the call. All right, 2 more. Wendy is in St. Pete. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I wanted to tell you, first of all, I'm on Saxenda, but I wanted to explain how the injections work. They work by slowing down your food digestion from your stomach.
Okay.
So your stomach stays full longer.
I gotcha.
Thus you eat less?
I've lost 40 pounds on it. And also constipation can be a side effect.
All right, now hold on. Wendy, which one are you on again?
She's on Saxenda.
Saxenda.
All right, so that's one of the ones we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, because we mentioned Ozempic is being used for weight loss, Wegovy, and Saxenda, and then the Monjaro. So there's like 4 of these things that people are trying to use.
And Wegovy is supposed to be the best, but it's very hard to get, and that's only.
I once had a bank account at Wachovia.
What happened to them?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Wachovia or Wegovy.
Hey, Wendy, do you know of any negative side effects from these medications if you don't need it for diabetes?
I've had 0 side effects, and my doctor told me I can stay on it for the rest of my life as long as I have 0 side effects.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. All right, last call on this is Alex in Tampa. Hey, Alex, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, all.
By the way, let me point this out. Out of all those calls, this is the first guy calling in, and we usually are like 50-50 on phone calls.
Well, I showed you a picture of a dude, so you know it works on men.
Hey, Alex, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, no problem. I'm a diabetic, been diabetic for years, and I've struggled with weight. And my A1C has always been a little higher than average, and my doctor's finally prescribed me the Monjaro, and it's taken me over 2 weeks to get it because of the shortage.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about this, because of the weight loss, and apparently everyone in Hollywood wants these drugs. So if you're like a diabetic out in L.A. and Hollywood, you're like screwed. I'm sorry to hear that, Alex, but people that really need it for diabetes really ought to have first crack. So, hey, Alex, thanks for phoning in, buddy.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Look at that, man.
What'd you think of that picture I showed you, MJ?
Yeah, Roxanne just showed me a picture of their gay friend that's on this. What is he on? He's on. Is he Ozempic?
That was the social media picture. I just had Doug send it to
but
me.
But he's on Ozempic, right?
Hold on, Roxanne.
The guy's ripped, and you're saying he was a pudgy bawudgy, and now he's ripped?
Oh.
See,
yeah.
MJ,
look at those pecs.
MJ didn't need to see the picture. We believed you the first time, but I think Roxanne was just going down, Lust Boulevard here. The unattainable.
I just want what I can't have.
Unattainable forbidden fruit.
All right, I got to move along here. We've got a lot of who just whacked their head into the microphone.
That was Froggy.
Yeah,
Dude, what are you? Who was that?
Chloe. Me, I'm sorry.
Hi, Chloe.
Oh, what a rat.
Folks, Chloe is my special guest, my lovely daughter, Chloe. Chloe is in the house from Scotland because she's doing her whole year over at St. Andrews, her whole junior year. And Chloe is going to have a brush with royals story at her college. So hold on a minute in just a bit. First, though, what time is it? 7:54. All right, I'm running about 9 minutes late on this, but better late than never. I talked about this yesterday. Remember at the end of the show, and I even did a little teaser on this thing, jugging. Do you know what jugging is? There is a police warning nationwide on bank jugging.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was something completely different.
What did you think jugging was?
I thought it was like, like something you do at a bar. Like,
nope. No, that's chugging.
Well, I know, but like jugging, like was something different, like something like gravy or something.
I thought it was something like motorboating.
Whoa, jeez, Roxanne.
Roxanne, what is up with you? You've turned into the dirtiest member of the show.
Because when you say jugs, that's the first thing you think of.
I actually thought the same.
Thank you.
What's happening?
I'm sorry.
MJ, you're sending to some hoity-toity school in Scotland just to come back with motorboating stories? What?
Okay. All
right. So bank jugging is what this is. And cops are warning it's happening all over the country. There seems to be a spike in Southern California but it's happening around the country. So you got to be careful of this. What is bank jugging? Bank jugging is when the bad guy, they stake out these potential victims in bank parking lots. So people are leaving the bank, and these bank juggers are thinking, they're leaving the bank. They must be walking out with a bunch of cash. So they stalk the victims in the bank parking lots. They follow them to the next location, and when they get out of the car, they rob them. So they're not robbing them at the bank where there might be some enhanced surveillance and security. They're waiting for the person to get to a different location and then ripping them off. It's called jugging. So you got to be careful. And this is happening across the country. The worst places now apparently are places up in New York. And number one for this right now is Southern California. There's a rush of these bank jugging robberies where people are being followed after they leave the bank, and then they're getting hit.
Why is it called jugging? Why not call it tailing?
I don't have a freaking clue.
I hate the name.
I don't know why it's called jugging. It just is.
So they're basically tailing you.
Yeah.
Or jugging you.
They're tailing you.
Jugging.
They're jugging, tailing, whatever. Is jugging a terminology that's used for for following?
And when does motorboating come into play?
Let's get back to that.
So
I got a text, MJ, from one of our loyal listeners who says it also happens at casinos.
Yeah. Well, we had a story about the guy that won a ton of money at the Hard Rock. We had this story maybe 6 months ago. There was a guy that won some big payout at the Hard Rock, the Seminole Hard Rock, and then he drove to his hotel in downtown Tampa, and the guy was knocked off for his casino winnings.
My dad knew a guy named Honda, and Honda hit big at Derby Lane, and he let everybody know.
Yep.
And he got rolled in the parking lot on the way home.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, old Honda.
Look at that. What's Honda doing today?
He's probably dead.
Is he driving a Kawasaki?
No, he's driving a coffin.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know. Old men kick the bucket.
Here's a story. This is from Southern California. Customer walking out of a Wells Fargo bank with a bag with 10 grand in cash. 2 suspects, a gunman and a getaway driver, pulled into a parking lot, I guess at a different location, and followed them and then ripped the guy off. 10 grand in a bank bag.
What a jughead.
But I don't know why it's called jugging. It's just called jugging. All right, are we ready to do the bitter button battery test?
Listen, I have 4 of them. I think everybody should partake in this, just to give different perspectives or experiences.
Just make sure our bitter taste buds are working.
All right, this is developed, folks. The reason why we're doing this, first of all, I don't condone anyone doing this, especially
we're professionals.
We're professional idiots. All right, so kids, don't do this. But what happened was Fester brings me this printout from Reddit yesterday, and it's an image of I'm opening the package up, so I've already like destroyed the package, but this is a package of 4 Duracell button cells. I'm holding it up to the cameras on MJ TV right now, but I've already started to rip open the package. And the story is, Fester could not believe. Fester was like, hey, is this real? And he saw this on Reddit, shows me a picture of Duracell button cells, and on the package it says, it reads, child secure plus bitter coating.
Yeah, new improved bitter taste.
Yeah, but I've known about this for a long time. I thought everyone knew about this, that Duracell, and I think others, are coating these button cells, these little coin-shaped silver batteries, the flat batteries. They're putting a bitter coating on it, so when a small child puts the battery in their mouth, which could be clearly a choking hazard or a clear danger, that the bitterness will cause the kid to spit it out and not potentially swallow the battery.
Okay, the only time I ever heard of anything like this before was when the people who make antifreeze changed the formula so cats wouldn't lick it up. Because apparently antifreeze was delicious, and cats would eat it and they would die.
And antifreeze was has a sweet taste to it.
To cats.
All right, so I've got 4 batteries, and there are 5 of us in the room. I've got Roxanne, Chloe, my daughter's in here, Fester, Froggy, and myself.
Let's pick numbers.
So who's gonna do the battery? We have 4 batteries.
I would like to taste one.
All right, Froggy, if you want to volunteer, you got it here.
Okay, I got one.
All right.
All right, Froggy's got one. Roxanne?
These are big.
The only way I will be doing it is if I have a whiskey to follow.
A whiskey chaser?
Yes, a whiskey chaser
Chloe,
with
we got
bitter.
whiskey in the office.
I got booze in the office.
Or you can drop a battery in whiskey and some sugar, some simple syrup,
Right.
and you can make yourself an old-fashioned.
Dude, if you give me a couple of minutes, I can get some cups and drinks here.
All right, Fester, no. You're gonna try one?
I'll try one.
All right, here we go. I got 2 left. So, Roxanne, here.
No, I don't. I was kidding. I don't really want one.
Roxanne!
Come on.
No, I have to do it.
You
No.
have the smallest kids in the room.
Hold
You
on.
need to test this and taste it.
Roxanne, finish the sentence. You're going to say something. You're like, I have
Taste
to.
my battery.
I have to. I have to
Put my
supervise
battery in your mouth.
a field trip today, and I just don't think it's a.
Oh, come on. It's
You're not
going
going to have any lasting side effects.
It's gonna taste bitter. It's not going to incapacitate
Eat
you.
the battery, Roxanne. Eat the battery.
I'll lick it.
Come on. That's it. Just put it on your tongue.
I can't open mine.
Andrew, pull that.
All right. So now it's between Chloe and myself.
I can't.
That's all you, Dad.
You want me to do it?
Yep.
All right. I'll do it. All right.
Doesn't matter. They don't lick batteries and skull.
Because you know me, I will not ask anybody to do something that I won't do myself.
That is some BS right
That
there.
is absolutely not true.
Vince McMahon.
I'm getting attacked by Roxanne and Chloe.
You've done nothing any of us have done.
All right. Hey, hold on.
The world is your lab rat.
What did you say?
I said the world is your lab rat.
I'm going to electrocute Fester and see how it goes.
I'm actually out of the package.
Do we have scissors? Froggy's is stuck in this.
Mine
I
too.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Nails or
Oh man, it's like a double bliss. Oh son of a!
I can't get him out of
kids
the
really
plastic.
can't get
We
in
need
here.
scissors.
Oh my!
I gotta go get scissors.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need scissors
I
now. How quickly can? Oh, hang on a minute.
They have some
Run.
in
That's not gonna
the station down the hall if you need them.
I'll be back.
I have mine out.
The station where the cutter works.
Hold on, I almost have. Well, maybe not. I. What do you say, Fester?
He's just being
We
bizarre.
have scissors in a studio down the hall.
Run,
and
hurry
I think
up.
that guy's a cutter.
God, just go.
Hurry up, run. Go get the scissors.
He's not a cutter.
All right, so these are like.
He's from Cutter.
Hold on. Not only are these bitter coated, but adults can't even get them out of the
I know.
out of the blister packs here. All right, so hopefully Fester runs and he doesn't operate like his usual speed, like a tree sloth. And he'll be back in a second because we got a lot of things to cram in. You are listening to the MJ Morning Show, and we got to talk about the Celine Dion deal. Holy crap, man. That is sad. Oh, and there is a bed. I saw the craziest bed. I don't know if this is real, but I've got a video about a bed. I mean, a bed you sleep in that is crazy. This is the nuttiest thing I've ever seen. So hang on, we'll get into that here in a second as well here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, Fester has the scissors. All right, Fester, give me the pair. Let me take mine
They were
out.
hidden. Those are Shriner's beard Scissors.
Oh, great. So now I'm putting the beard scissors
So
on.
you're going to taste
Ew.
little beard fragments in addition to.
Oh, it just flung out of my hand.
now you gotta eat it off
How
the floor.
convenient.
MJ, I have like 3 of them over here that need cutting as well.
Hey, where'd it go?
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
I
man.
swear, it just flung.
You're going to have to
It flung out
suck
of the
Froggy's
package.
after he sucks his.
All right, hang on. Here, Roxanne, cut yours out.
Andrew, pull that.
Oh, no.
Give me this. We're going to keep it.
All right. My battery just flung.
Why is it so
Somebody
hard
talk.
to eat batteries?
We got a lot going on here.
You guys talk while I find my battery.
All right, I'm cutting the other.
Open the batteries for the love of Pete.
Yeah, we should have just had one person do the. And of course, MJ drops his.
Yeah, really.
It's really convenient, Dad.
Hold on, where?
Did you find it?
There's one for you, Froggy.
Help me find the battery.
All
Literally.
right, gosh, what a Karen.
Where the hell did it go?
Isn't it funny that MJ, the guy who's least enthusiastic about doing it?
We got it.
Oh, good.
Good.
It was in the corner over here.
So, how will you tell the difference between what's bitter, what's Shriner's
right.
facial hair, and what's dust from the...
Don't rabbit hole us. All right. Does everyone have the battery out of the blister pack?
I have mine out. Is yours out?
I feel like I'm about to take communion.
That's what it's like.
At the worst church ever. The Lord give you a
Okay,
battery.
listen. I
Those
have
things
to
give you
tell
bad breath.
everybody to be very careful. When you put this in your mouth, don't accidentally swallow it.
No. Just stick your tongue out so you don't have to put it actually in your mouth.
Hey, thank you for that hot tip, Roxanne.
All right, everyone. Hey, Andrew, could you please get ready on the cameras? I'm going to go around the horn here. All right. So I will go first.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. I've got the Duracell. This is a 2032 button cell with
Should I slap him in the back?
with the bitter coating. And here we go. I'm putting it on my tongue right now.
Battery of Christ. Amen.
Oh my! Oh, holy!
Is it awful?
Is it
Oh
that
my
bad?
God!
Is it bad?
Is it that bad?
Oh!
I didn't have the camera on you. Can you do it again?
Hold on. You didn't have the camera on me? Yes, you did. He wants me to do it again. Oh my! Right.
Is it that bad?
Froggy, put the camera on Froggy. Go ahead. You gotta let it sit. It's got to sit for like 3 or 4 seconds,
Okay.
and go. Hold it. Push it down a little bit.
Yeah, suck it a little bit.
No,
Suck on it.
No, don't spit it at me.
All right, Froggy, come on. Spit it out. Don't swallow it.
Ew, it creeps up on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like where is it? And then it goes boom, and it hits you.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah,
Yes.
because listen, I just
All right, okay. All right.
I'm telling you, it's getting worse now.
I don't think Roxanne needs to
No,
do
we're
it
good.
now.
We're good.
No, you do it. Fester, do it.
All right, here we go.
Listen, you know what's crazy?
I'm intrigued.
You know what's crazy? I just did a little Google search, and I have a tongue anatomy
Hold
right now.
on 1 sec. Did you get Froggy chugging whatever he's chugging over there, Andrew?
There's a lot going on in the studio.
Oh, there is a lot going on.
All right, so
I'm sorry, Roxanne. What were you saying?
I just Googled the anatomy of the tongue, and the crazy thing is your bitter taste buds are like at the back of your tongue towards your throat.
Well,
so imagine
if
that's
you
why
put-
it gets worse
Yeah,
because
don't-
it travels.
What?
The bitterness is in my
That's-
throat.
that's
It
where
is.
your bitter taste buds
it's
are.
crawling down. It's crawling down my tongue. It's like going down my esophagus now.
That was way worse than I
all right,
thought.
The bitter battery button cells.
But they made it so it lasts, though. How is it lasting?
You know what? It lasts for an extra long time. It's like.
Is it like the worst Sour Patch Kids
Oh
ever?
my God! It's coming back. It's coming in waves.
You know, we try getting. I don't see how I can top this.
My God, it's creeping down my tongue. It's enveloping me.
Oh, it's on my fallopian thing.
You don't have a.
What is it?
Dude,
Your uvula.
That's a uvula.
It's
It's
a
not-
uvula.
You don't have a fallopian hanging.
I think it's on my fallopian.
You don't even have a fallopian.
Did you confuse uvula with uterus? And
Yes,
then you
he
went
did.
to
Yeah,
fallopian?
he-
tubes?
yes, the
Fester,
U
put
words.
the Duracell.
Oh my God! It won't go away.
It won't go away.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
then
give me a
I'm not.
Who
No,
has them
Roxanne, you're doing it.
All right.
Here, you want some toothpaste?
Fester, put
Yes.
the Duracell bitter battery button cell coating in your mouth. Go.
Yeah, okay.
All right, here we go. Leave it. I told you, don't put it in your mouth.
I got it.
All right.
I got it. It's delicious.
No, it's not.
Oh my God,
Dude,
I got it for a minute.
Dude,
now.
don't hold it that long.
You know
don't.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
better spit it out.
I love it.
I'm waiting for Fester to say, like in Willy Wonka, "Ooh, it's like with the candy in Willy Wonka where you start tasting the different courses of the meals.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I taste the gravy. Oh, there's the mashed potatoes.
I taste death.
All right, Fester, come on, Fester. Come on, Fester.
It's pretty awful.
All right, dude, it's still in your mouth. What are you doing? Hey guys, save these batteries because I've got a watch that uses these. All right. All right, Rox.
It's in your throat.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Fester, you didn't swallow the battery,
No,
did
I
you?
didn't swallow the battery.
Oh,
but,
Jesus.
Oh, water makes it worse.
Oh, it does it really?
Yeah, because
All
it
right.
swishes everything
All right,
around.
Roxanne, put the battery, camera on Roxanne. Hey, Andrew, is the camera on Roxanne? All right, Roxanne, are you flicking your tongue at me?
I'm preparing to
All
do
right,
this.
Stick your tongue out. Put the battery on your tongue, and no, you got to put it on
There,
the.
I did it.
No, you didn't.
It's gross.
You touched
It's gross.
maybe one
No, I
taste
can
bud.
taste it.
No, you can't.
Roxanne,
I
you
have
ate,
two-
a,
I-
you
I
ate
am-
one of those one chips.
I'm a
Oh,
super
my
taster.
God, I'm still
I taste it.
spitting.
It's gross. It's disgusting.
Ew.
I'm still spitting in the waistband.
Roxanne, there's no way you touched it with the tip of your tongue.
I'm
All
a
right.
super taster.
The Duracell bitter. What do you call these? The Duracell button cell battery with the bitter coating. It works, man.
Yeah.
Your kid. First of all, don't let these things hang out near a small kid anyway. But if they do put them in their mouth, my God.
He's eating coffee favorite. Ew.
Hold on. Did you get that on video?
Ew.
Do you all right, hold on a minute.
Fester.
Get Fester's camera on. Fester is literally pouring coffee creamer.
It's sugar.
What? Oh, it's sugar.
People use that and your mouth is on it.
Fester is pouring sugar from our coffee service into his mouth from a cardboard canister.
Fester, you're going to get the diabetes.
Dude, stop it. You're going to need to
chewing
go on. Stop.
He's chewing sugar.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I am not going to eat the sugar.
It works.
No.
Chloe, you want to try it?
I spit sugar on Chloe.
Ew.
Ew.
Dude, I cannot get the bitter crap out of my mouth.
You need a drinker.
Oh,
Hey, you guys need to use my sugar. Froggy, use it. Trust me.
I don't want to lick the sugar that you've been licking.
Yes, you
folks,
do.
the bitter battery thing does work. This has been a public service. This has been a consumer test.
Don't do it, Chloe.
On the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And the bitter-coated button cell batteries, at least the Duracell ones, you know, we got to find Energizer and Everready and, you know.
A couple of those off-brands.
We got to see if they have the bitter coating as well. Yeah, the package says plus bitter coating. Wow, that's unbelievable. All right, speaking of unbelievable, the Celine Dion story is terrible. And then we'll get into Chloe's brush with royalty at St. Andrews in Scotland. But first, man, I'll tell you what, this whole Celine Dion deal, man, this thing caught me off guard. I mean, who expected that yesterday morning that Celine Dion was going to announce that she's got this syndrome that'll turn you into a statue?
What?
Yeah. She's got this stiff person syndrome.
Oh my gosh. I never even heard of that.
Folks, I never heard of this until yesterday when Celine Dion said that she had SPS.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
This is terrible.
That must be super rare, right? I would imagine.
Stiff? I've never heard of stiff person syndrome.
No.
This is so sad.
This is like, who knew this existed? Apparently, it only affects 1 or 2 in every million people. That is crazy.
So what does it do? Does it make her like can she not get out of bed?
Man, I got bitter freaking tongue syndrome right now. I can't shake this.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Somebody get me some anchovies or something.
Yeah, it's
Roxanne has toothpaste.
I do. Do you want toothpaste?
Yeah.
I got booze in the office. We can take shots.
You should have brought the booze.
You know what? Go get me some Maker's Mark or something, or whatever's in there.
I think I got
all right. So, all right. Here's Celine Dion. Let me you just toss it over here. Just throw it over here.
Throw it.
Just throw it over here. So, thank you. All right. So Celine Dion made this announcement yesterday. She released a video yesterday morning.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry.
First of all,
I heard her inside.
Her stomach is listen, during the whole 5-minute video, you can hear.
She's starving.
It's her stomach. It's like she's got a lavalier mic on, I guess, and it's picking up her stomach, making those creaky noises. Here, you'll hear it again. I'll start from the beginning. Listen.
Hello, everyone.
You hear
I'm
it?
sorry it's taken me so long to reach out to you. I miss you all so much. And I can't wait to be on stage talking to you in person. As you know, I've always been an open book. And I wasn't ready to say anything before. But I'm ready now. I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time. And it's been really difficult for me to face these challenges and to talk about everything that I've been going through. Recently, I've been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome.
I never heard of this thing, stiff person syndrome. You know, Michelle told me last night, so Michelle was like fascinated. Michelle starts doing research last night, and Michelle told me that it used to be called stiff man syndrome, but then mostly women get it.
Oh, boy, that's no good.
So then they changed it to stiff person syndrome, but mostly women get this thing.
So what does that mean? Does it mean you have better posture? I mean, or you're not flexible?
No, your abs and your torso, your muscles stiffen up. They're the first part of this. They stiffen up and then they enlarge, and then it just moves through your body and it makes you literally stiff and hard to move.
Okay, listen, if it's
Does it go away?
Well, I think the cases vary. They think it's caused by some kind of an autoimmune response. And listen, they say that 1 or 2 in a million get this. Is there anybody listening to the program right now that has this Celine Dion SPS, this stiff person syndrome? Is there anyone that is listening now, or do you know anybody that has this? If anyone is listening, now this might be a stretch because it's so rare. Anybody listening, do you have stiff person syndrome, or do you know anybody that has this? 800-990-1047. I do not expect the phones to ring. 800-990-1047. If anyone knows anyone, maybe a relative, a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, have you ever known anyone that has had stiff person syndrome? Or maybe it's you. 800-990-1047. I don't expect the phones to ring.
Affects something like 1 in a million people. While we're still learning about this rare condition, we now know this is what's been causing all of the spasms that I've been having. Unfortunately, these spasms affect every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing difficulties.
Now, also, if you've seen the video, and the video is easy to find online, she is 52 years old. She's 54. All right. She is 54 years old, and she looks like she's over 70.
She's only 54?
Yeah. She looks like she's over 70 in this video. So I don't know if this has aged her. You know, remember, this has put now a whole a damper on her residency. She was getting ready to do a new residency in Las Vegas, and that whole thing's on hold now. And they're saying, oh, my God, every line is... How is every line ringing?
Yeah, I saw that.
Hang on. How is every phone line ringing? I don't understand this. Hold on a minute. Amanda is a nurse in Clearwater. Amanda, you have treated this stiff person syndrome?
Yes. As a travel nurse, I was treating a patient with stiff man syndrome.
Now, How bad was there? Was it a man or a woman?
Female.
Yeah. Again, they say that mostly females get this. Amanda, as a traveling nurse, how bad was the case that you saw?
Very bad because it was in the hospital by the time we treated her, and it was a total body stiffness.
I mean, like a mummy, like rigid?
Rigid, completely.
So they couldn't walk? Were they like totally bedridden?
Bedbound and unable to speak. It was a really sad case, but there are treatments for it, and eventually she was able to move again and get out of the bed, but it was about 6 weeks of treatment.
And you know what's horrible about that is she has her full faculties, I'm sure.
Oh, jeez. How old was the woman?
She was in her 60s. Her mind worked. You know, she's just in the bed, so you had to be cognizant that she understood everything that was happening. She was just terrified.
Sounds like in the Lou Gehrig family is diseases.
Well,
doesn't
it's autoimmune. I remember, what was that movie? What was that movie? The bell, the diving bell, and the butterfly, or whatever that was. That's not what this is. That was the guy was just trapped in his body and was totally cognizant but couldn't do anything. So, Amanda, did she ever return to normal? Do you know?
She did, but every couple of years she would have the same issue.
Wait a minute. So she snapped out of it and did get normal again.
There is treatment, yes.
And is that also the nature of autoimmune, where you have sort of spells of it?
Yeah, autoimmune diseases can be treated.
Well,
right?
autoimmune issues affect a whole, tons
Litany
of things.
Yes.
All right, Amanda, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And if I can give a shout out to Bobby Joe that won your office detective yesterday. She's a super fan, and thank you guys very much.
Oh, good. I hope she has some good Shell's Seafood Restaurants food.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Julia is in Tampa. Hey, Julia, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, yes. Yeah, I'm being tested for stiff person syndrome.
Hold on. You're being tested for it?
Yes.
Why do you think you might have it? Why are they testing? What's going on with you, Julia?
The doctor actually came up with the diagnosis to test me for stiff person syndrome because I started having severe cramps in my pelvic area and in my thighs, and I have another autoimmune disease, a very rare autoimmune disease called Magic syndrome.
Hold up, Magic syndrome?
Yes.
What is Magic syndrome?
It's basically where
You pull a rabbit out of your sleeve or a hat?
sounds like that.
Yeah, what is it?
It's where you have lesions in your mouth and genitals. That's the MAG. And then the IC is inflammatory cartilage. So
I was wondering how the hell is anything called Magic syndrome, and there you go.
And
Magic
when were you-
Johnson syndrome.
When were you diagnosed with that?
I was diagnosed with that in 2019.
Wow. Listen, Julia, I wish you the best. Please keep in touch with us, okay?
Good luck, Julia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. I had no clue that we were going to get this kind of response. Every line. Nancy is in Ruskin. Hello, Nancy. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hello there. My cousin's husband was diagnosed with it about 20 years ago.
All right, so this is a man. This is the first we're hearing of a man now, at least with our phone call. So what is his status now? Your cousin's husband or your husband's cousin? Oh, hold on. What is it? It's your cousin's husband, right?
Correct.
And what's his status now?
There's no cure for it, but there's treatment, as the nurse mentioned earlier. So he will have spells every once in a while. Takes the medication and gets back at least where he's able to function.
Wow, unbelievable. Folks, I cannot believe the number of calls we're getting. Hold on, Brandon.
And texts.
You're getting texts? Brandon is on line 4 in Lakeland. Brandon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. You have it?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with it. I think I was like 10 or 11 years old. I was diagnosed with SBS.
And what's your current status?
Right now, I've been taking medicine for it. It's been helping a little. I noticed. I think I was like 10 years old.
Have you ever been, Brandon, incapacitated where you were like stiff like a board and you couldn't move?
Well, not my whole body. So when I was 10 years old, I went to get out of bed one morning. I noticed that my feet and my legs are really stiff. By the time we got to my dick, that bitch is fucking.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds.
That fell off the mountain.
Yeah, that went south quickly. Dude, I got a dump button here, man.
Yeah.
All right, so.
I wonder if it really did affect that part. Though.
It gave him Tourette syndrome, is what it did.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what it did. Yeah, so the guy just lit up a bunch of obscenities. So, we'll leave it on MJTV and we'll leave it on the podcast.
I think he was playing on the whole stiff.
Yeah, but
Roxanne, do
Yeah.
you think that was his?
I think that was his angle.
But I did dump him, so it didn't go over the federally regulated 104.7
Hold on,
FM.
I don't get the connection you're making, Roxanne.
I think he was looking for a quack quack.
Yeah.
He's looking for a crank.
Did that guy call before? Is that the guy that likes?
I've heard that.
Yeah, he might have called before. All right, last call on this. Line 6, Tracy. Hey, Tracy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. How are you?
You're not going to curse on me, are you?
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right, go ahead, Tracy.
No, my friend of mine's son 2 years ago got diagnosed with it. He was 26 at the time. He had been in the military stationed out west and was starting to have, stiffness in limbs. And then it, like, when he would try to walk, he would be jerking around. And they, at first, like, his superiors thought he was just making it up. And finally, after probably 3 or 4 different places where he tried to get diagnosed, somebody finally came up with that. And he's on medication, and it seems to be helping. But if he gets in a stressful situation, it appears again.
Yeah, that's the nature of autoimmune.
Stress brings it on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Tracy, thank you. And thanks for not dropping all kinds of curses.
You're so welcome.
All right, have a nice day. Appreciate it.
One of our texters said it's I don't know, but they said it's a precursor to ALS.
Well, is that true?
I'm trying to find it.
I don't want to dispel false information.
I think Bob Saget's sister also had this. A couple people have commented.
Are you
about
serious?
That.
Bob Saget's sister?
Yeah, a couple of people have commented about that as well.
right.
She had this disease.
All right, a little more Celine Dion from her 5-minute video yesterday.
When I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to. It hurts me to tell you today. This means I won't be ready to restart my tour in Europe in February.
Oh, boy.
Is the music part of the
I
story?
have a great team of doctors working alongside.
No, I added that.
Oh, my God. I was going to say, how insensitive. Right when she says she can't sing, she's singing.
No, I'm trying to just enhance things.
Oh, I'm like,
no,
it's not enough on its own.
I added the music. I mean, not to be a smartass.
I mean, it's kind of what you do.
No, it's not.
A little bit. The woman's talking
No,
about,
it's not.
A woman's talking about this awful autoimmune disease she has. She can't do her tour in Europe, and you're sitting there.
Fester, I am not making fun of this at all.
You're not mocking the disease.
No, I'm not mocking her. That's what she's known for. I mean, she's got a beautiful voice. I mean, I'm hoping that they can treat her like we're hearing that other callers are. They know people that are getting treated, or it's like fading in and out, and they get back to normal for a little bit. All right, back to Celine.
Get better. And my precious children who are supporting me and giving me hope.
I was like crying when I saw this.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
It's not like she's in your family,
She
dude.
looks terrified on the video.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
I'm working hard with my sports medicine therapist every day to build back my strength and my ability to perform again. But I have to admit, it's been a struggle. All I know is singing. It's what I've done all my life.
Okay, all right.
And it's what I love to do the most.
All right, so wait a minute. Are you like trying to bum rush her here? What are you doing, Fester? You're like, all right.
I think Celine could have done this whole thing in 90 seconds. She could have.
So weird. We played
Fester, you're such an insensitive bastard.
The insensitive part is we don't need to play all 5 minutes.
Can I
All
talk
right.
about this for a second?
I miss you so much.
Okay, Celia, okay.
I miss
Fester, I'm turning your mic
all
off.
of you. Being on the stage.
I'll use Chloe's mic.
I'll turn Chloe's mic off.
I always give 100% when I do my shows. But my condition is not allowing me to give you that right now.
All right.
For me to reach you again.
Can we stop listening to her? This
Fester,
is very
Fester,
depressing.
this is important.
Is it? We got the point. We don't
Fester,
need to listen
please.
to Celine Dion's.
Her name's not Salami.
It's not salon. It's not salami and it's not salon.
We don't need to listen to any of this.
All
right. We get it.
This hit me quite a bit because, as you all know, for probably the last 6 months, I hear this song 5 times a day in my house.
Yes.
My daughter is obsessed with her. She sings about her. She talks about her.
Oh, that's right. Your daughter's obsessed.
So Celine has been a part of our family for the last 6 months.
Does your daughter know that she's got stiff person syndrome?
And I don't want to terrorize her with that. And she's so cute the way she always talks
yeah,
about her.
she'll turn into like a hypochondriac like you.
She'll always talk about her and be like, am I ever going to meet Celine Dion? She
So
says her
much.
name like really in a French accent.
For your encouraging wishes of love and support on my social media.
Can you not
Celine
interrupt
speaking.
my
Means a lot
commentary?
to me.
Hold on. She's about to wrap up.
Take care of yourselves. Be well.
Okay.
I love you guys so much. And I really hope I can see you again real soon.
Who's laughing?
Fester just threw it off his head.
What are you doing, Fester?
My headphones off.
Why?
Just
You
gotta
gotta
run
hear
off.
Celine
Celine anymore.
Do you slam your headphones?
I
Yes.
did. Yeah, listen. I mean,
Such a fool.
when you're playing it, I can hear it in my headphones. I don't want to hear her.
You're a nasty man.
I'm not. But
She's sick, Fester. What if it was you?
We
with
don't need to
stiff
play all
syndrome?
5 minutes of her.
I hope you get stiff syndrome.
Hey, guess what? Fester has myasthenia gravis.
And if I gave a 5-minute online video, morning shows don't need to play.
You did make a video. You were like,
hold on.
My video was like 20 seconds.
Fester, you had myasthenia gravis.
Another autoimmune disease.
Yeah, and you had that. And you're in remission now, but it turned you into like a crippled frog.
Right. Listen,
or whatever it was.
So-
what happened to you?
It was like a numbing disease.
Right.
or a muscle.
What exactly happened to you with myasthenia gravis?
Well, you lose.
Oh,
lose
God,
the
who
ability to use
cares?
muscles,
Go
yeah.
on, move
But
on.
yeah, MJ, we don't need all 5.
Come on, Fester, tell me your story.
Why? So you can play Celine Dion?
Come on, tell me your story.
Yeah, MJ, you don't need to play all of Celine Dion. We got it.
You made a spectacle of it when you had it
Very
because you made a
depressing.
video.
Best part was I didn't have to come to work for a month.
That's right. What year was that? Like 2011,
It happened
2010?
the best time because,
Remember we were at dinner, Fester, me, you, and the wives, and it started happening in the middle of dinner, and you
Yeah.
were like, I'm like, are you okay? You're like,
nope.
Just
Anyway,
a flare up.
Best of luck. Best of luck to Celine Dion. Hopefully, this can go into remission. She can be treated. I think she's claiming that they're going to have to blow off all of 2023 for her touring and her residency in Vegas, and she's hoping to come back in. Are you crying?
No,
It looks
I'm
like you're
squinting.
tearing
I'm
up.
squinting. No, I'm not. I mean, I could cry about this. This
All
is really sad.
Let's play more of her.
This is what
Go-
I was
go ahead and
thinking about
finish up.
yesterday when I heard this story. I thought to myself, does it sometimes seem like people who reach these pinnacles of fame and fortune and success, then they have to deal with like very ironic, horrifically sad things? And obviously we just had a bunch of callers who called and they're going through this, so regular people deal with stuff like this too. However, then I thought of Richard Gere.
Richard Gere?
No.
You thought Richard Gere?
Richard Simmons?
No. What? No, I thought
Richard
of Christopher
Speck?
Reeves.
Richard Speck?
Christopher Reeves. Like how these horribly ironic
Richard
things.
Dawson?
No. Christopher Reeves. Like the guy's Superman, but he was very
Give me a kiss, sweetheart.
And then Celine, her vocal cords. My God.
No S though. It's Christopher Reeve.
So Christopher Reeve is a bad example because that was an injury that he had falling off the horse. A better example is Bruce Willis, who has this very rare, debilitating.
What is that thing called?
Whatever it's called.
Aphasia or something.
Aphasia. Yeah. Okay. Him. I mean, here he was like this action star.
Yeah.
Then I mentioned him earlier, but Lou Gehrig used his body his whole life for fame and fortune, and then
you know what was really creepy with Celine Dion?
What?
That Renee Angelillo, the guy that she finally married, was like stalking her since she was like 11 years old. Remember that? Seriously.
The term is grooming. As much stalking.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to poke light.
I think she was like seriously 13 when they got together.
Anyway, Celine, we wish you the best, lady.
I mean, if she's in concert and she stiffens up, she's going to fall over like a plank board?
Well, her vocal cords are going to stiffen up. She can't even sing.
I wish her the best, and I hope that she can go into remission. And Chloe, is there anything you want to say?
I sang this song in the shower yesterday.
Did you really?
Wow.
Twice.
But did you know about her yet when you were singing it?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
you
had
were
already heard?
talking about it, and I'm like making my shower playlist, and I was like, you know what? I love that song, so I sang it in the
I
shower.
heard you. You were also singing Whitney Houston.
I sang a lot last night. Bohemian Rhapsody. Don't Stop Me Now.
Jeez, you're singing all the
neighbors.
singers.
Chloe, listen to this. Chloe is back from Scotland. Chloe is doing her entire senior. You want to give a shout out to all your old Shorecrest pals?
Hi.
Okay.
So
Good
Chloe
shout-out.
goes to the University of New Hampshire, but she was accepted to do her entire junior year at St. Andrews in Scotland. And Chloe's back for Christmas break for a month. And you had a brush. Listen to this. Chloe had a brush with royalty. Now, a lot of the royals, I guess there's a history of the royals at St. Andrews. Kate and Prince William. William's going to be the king after his dad, Charles, croaks. So they met at St. Andrews where Chloe's going to school. So, Chloe, what was your brush with royalty? Listen to this.
I mean, I do see, so Prince Edward's daughter, Lady Louise, she attends St. Andrews. I believe she's a first year. I'm a third year. And she lives in my best friend's dorm. And so
And whose kid is this? This is Lady Louise, and
she is the daughter of Prince Edward.
Prince Edward, gotcha.
He's Earl of Wessex or something.
And he's not the one that's like the sexual deviant. That's Prince,
Andrew.
that's Prince Andrew.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And so she is the
granddaughter. He was the one flying on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express and all that crap.
Yes.
All right, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so she, I believe she's either the granddaughter or great-granddaughter of the Queen, who just passed. And so one day I was walking in to the dorm, and so a delivery man, I think, was delivering a package. And
Right.
so I was walking in. He goes, excuse me, trying to get my attention. And he says, could you deliver this package to someone because I can't get a hold of them. And I look at the name briefly, and it says Louise something. I couldn't really see the
Did it
last
say
name.
was it like
there was no lady. There was no title.
Was it an Amazon package?
No, it was, I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
But I looked at the name briefly, and I was like, okay, this is definitely her. I don't want to be responsible for this package.
You could have held the package and handed it off to royalty.
It was probably millions of dollars of jewels in that package.
It was the royal crown jewels.
Right.
Do they have like areas around the school like Prince William farted in this chair?
Will you stop?
They have
Shrine.
they have like coffee shops and everything. Like I go to a little diner down there, and it's like where Harry met Kate, but in parentheses it says for coffee.
Ew! How
where William met Kate.
Or sorry, yes, it says sorry, where William met
It's
Kate.
H, by the way.
Not Harry.
And speaking of the whole royalty thing,
Yes.
that new Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary that just came out, right?
Yes, I saw Ep 1 last night.
Frog, you watched episode 1?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's not.
Does it get juicy or?
No,
are
not
they,
yet.
Oh.
I think next week. So I think they released the first 3, and I think the first 3 are setting up their relationship. It's very. They met on Instagram.
Oh, so Chloe.
Yeah, and she was like, wasn't she like in a dog?
Yeah, she was in like you couldn't even
filter?
see her face, and he's like, "My goodness, she's amazing." She had like dog ears on.
Well, hold on. They met on. Wait, but they used. Wait a minute. They did. She had the dog filter on with
Yeah,
that stupid dog nose,
Yeah.
the dog snout and the
And
ears.
he was like, "Oh my goodness, who is that in that dog snout and
She's
ears?"
beautiful.
Hold on.
He's got a fetish.
He
And
saw.
he reached out to because she was on his face on his Instagram through friends. You know, it's like friends you may know.
and then reached out to someone. Do you know her? And that's how they met.
I must meet this.
They met
this
on
girl.
freaking Instagram with a dog face filter.
and she calls him H, which is very weird.
Yeah, and he calls her M. So they would
Yeah,
never
they
shop at
don't.
H&M.
H&M, yeah, exactly.
But they're just setting up how they met. It's very not interesting yet. I'm hoping it gets better.
Wait, so you're saying the first episode of Harry and what is it called? It's called Harry and Meghan, or what is it called?
Megan, yeah, Megan and Harry, or whatever the hell it's called.
So it's the first episode.
like
is,
the first 20 minutes is
boring.
Is Harry growing up? The next 20 minutes is the girl growing up, her life, and then the last 20 minutes of the first episode is like them together, and that's it. So next episode maybe it gets a little more juicy. I hope.
I was reading about it. I think it is supposed to. I think it definitely is just a general background right now, and then it will get into the controversy that revolves around their lives.
It's supposed to get real
Now,
juicy.
Are we expecting things to be told that's going to really piss off like the royal family?
Yeah.
And piss off King Charles?
Well, they waited till Elizabeth,
Is Elizabeth going to be rolling in her grave?
I roll over in my grave.
Oh my goodness.
Philip, look at what these sons of bitches are saying about us.
It's hard to roll over in such a tight space, I'll be honest.
Put it on TiVo.
All right, now, guys, quickly here, because we got to talk to Orlando here in just a second to help him out with his big drive for the holidays. But we are pretty sure that our company put out an email scam phishing test to trap moron employees yesterday. Because during our show, I got this email on our corporate email, our Beasley email, and it's like, this is confirmation of your package delivery, and I had an invoice, and your delivery is set for Sunday, and I had all kinds of links to click. I'm like, this is garbage. This is phishing crap. And I'm like, what is it? Then Andrew said, oh, I got it too. And then I think Fester said, oh, I got it. So did we confirm that it was our company, our IT department is sending out little traps to see how many moron employees we have that will like click on these links? Is that? I think we've determined that, right?
Yes, and
so it's a test.
It's a nuts percentage of dumb employees that like, oh, I got a package, click, accept.
Yeah, I'd like to know how many of our stupid employees click on the email phishing scam. All right, are we live with? Hey, Orlando, can you hear me?
I can, MJ. Let me ask you first. Who's in trouble? Because I heard you in the middle of a rant. What is going on?
All right, hold on. So here's the deal. Did you guys get in our corporate Beasley email? Folks, first of all, I want to welcome Orlando and Meredith. I want to welcome our brethren from the Wild 94.1 Morning Show. So Orlando, Meredith, and the gang, welcome to the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
I'm the gang.
Davi's the gang.
Davi. Ever since he parked in your parking space, you won't mention his name.
Yeah, Davi steals my parking, and it's random. It's like once every month he'll take my parking spot for some reason. There's no rhyme or reason. I don't know why it's happening. All right, so
I like to pick on you. It's okay.
now, guys, yesterday, did you get in our corporate Beasley email? Did you guys get the email about this package, this order that's being delivered to us, and all kinds of links to click on?
Yes, I did. I did get that. And I did not click on it.
I did not click on it. I hope you didn't either.
No, I didn't. So I'm in the middle of the show yesterday. It's about like 8:10 or 8:30 yesterday, and I'm looking at the email, and I get this email, and it's like, oh, yeah, your package is being delivered.
Guys, Chris do this? He's like, no, I was over there.
So I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, this is a phishing scam. And then it dawned on me because Andrew, our producer, got it. Fester got it. I'm like, this is our company. They're testing to see how many morons in our company are going to click on this phishing scam.
Did you hear another feed, MJ?
I don't know. Are you guys still with us? I think we lost them.
Oh, they're back.
Oh, guys, can you hear me? Yeah, we lost Orlando. Yeah, we can't. Oh, there you go. You're back, Orlando. Can you hear me?
We can barely hear you.
No, he's something happened in the background, so we might have to. Yeah, we've lost you. I guess you can hear us, but we cannot hear you.
Call back there. I heard Meredith say that.
Hey, I just hung up, so we'll call him back. Can you, Andrew, try and get him back on the line? But I would like to know, are they going to shame the people in the company that clicked on the link? Because there have been a number of radio companies that have been screwed, like Cox. Cox Radio, they own a bunch of stations in Tampa. Their email, their web, they were shut down for like months. Hang on, let me go back.
That's why the best policy is just don't answer
Guys,
email.
are you back?
They're back.
Okay. Guys, can you hear me? All right. No, see, I just heard somebody say they're back. So somebody...
Was that their board? Was that the technician in the wild studio?
That's me.
Yeah.
Is this Brian?
Yeah, we have the board up from the studio here. We can hear you, but we can't hear Meredith in Orlando. All right, I tell you what, let's try to fix it. Let's try to solve the problem. But what I want to say is go help out Orlando's toy drive, and we'll try to get him back on in the next segment.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, it's happening right now, and I think it ends this weekend, right?
I think tomorrow he comes down from the tower.
Right.
He's been there all week. It's in the Sears parking lot, the old Sears parking lot.
At West Shore Plaza.
At West Shore Plaza.
Right. So Orlando from Wild 94.1, our good buddies down the hall here at Beasley Media Group, and he's doing the big toy tower, drop off bicycles and toys and donations, and we'll get him back on to get all the details and everything in just a bit. All right, when we get back, we got to talk about the toilet cringe. I've got to talk about this crazy bed that I've seen. This is insane. There is a bed that you got to see the video. A bed that you sleep in, you're not going to believe what this thing does and why this bed was designed. It is crazy. Toilet, bed, and a whole lot more. I can't even get into everything we got to get into here on a Friday. Back in a second, MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and our good friends... Q105 MJ with Froggy and Fester, Roxanne, Chloe, my daughter in the studio. You got the MJ Morning Show, Q105. Thanks for listening, folks. I got to go to Michelle quickly. Michelle's on hold because Michelle and Chloe, they went into that sweat box yesterday. And didn't we mention this on the show? I think we previewed this. And I thought I made some kind of mention yesterday, but Michelle, you and Chloe both went into the sweat box in South Tampa yesterday?
Yeah, it's good. You should join us.
Together?
Now, can you explain what? And you guys, you think you lost, what, hundreds and hundreds of calories or something?
Well, that's what they predict.
So it's a sauna that you work out in.
Yeah. You're not working out in it. It's just sweating you good.
All right,
so it's just a sauna.
Yes.
Explain, but
in a little tube.
It's infrared sauna, so it's working from the inside.
It's in a box, though. It's not like you're going into a sauna with the cedar planks or something.
It's not a box. It's a tube.
All right, so you go is like an MRI tube, or what is this thing?
Exactly. You lay down.
Yeah.
You lay down on a cushioned, bed that's got a fitted towel on it, so that it absorbs your sweat. And it's just like an MRI tube, maybe a little tighter though. I don't know. I've never had an MRI.
So how long did you lay in this sweat tube?
30 minutes.
And have you ever sweated that much?
No, never.
All right, what's the name of this? I don't think it's called the sweat box place. What is it called?
It's called Sweatology.
And who told you about this?
My friend E across the street.
What up, E?
And then you went in yesterday, so you took Chloe along, and you.
It's right, and so it's good for recovery after workout, or if you have injuries. It also gets your blood pumping and opens up all your arteries, your veins, or whatever.
Anti-aging.
Yeah, all good stuff.
Oh, it'll anti-age you.
Hey, Michelle, are you playing in traffic right now?
I'm crossing Kennedy.
Michelle,
Hello to anybody who's listening and sees me right now. As
be
I
careful.
cross
Are you walking? Are you walking on Kennedy Boulevard?
I am.
Michelle, that's not safe at all.
I got jokes about that, but I'm gonna keep them all to myself.
Well, I think I'd be more concerned if it was Nebraska. All right, all right, Michelle. So what is it called? Sweat box?
No, it's called
Sweatology.
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 There's another place called Hot Box.
Yeah.
No, that's Froggy under the covers. Yeah.
That's Dutch oven.
That's Froggy under the covers. All right,
That's Dutch oven.
All right, Michelle, I know you got a workout you got to do here. And then, Chloe, what do you think of this place?
I loved it. I've never sweat more.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, Sweatology, and you guys lost hundreds of calories by sweating in a tube for 30 minutes yesterday.
Yes, I felt like I had just run a marathon.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
All right, Michelle, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Push you to the brink
Bye,
of
Mom.
death.
All right, so you would do it again?
Oh, absolutely. We're going today. We bought a week.
Wait a minute. You're going back to the Sweatology sweat box again today?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Mom failed to mention it. We actually have got a week-long pass. So
Wow.
we're going today, tomorrow.
All right, do we have Orlando back?
I think we do.
Okay, Orlando. All right, I got you. All right,
He's all pissed.
All right, Orlando, we're back.
I think
We're back on the air with you, and I'm learning that I can sweat off calories and pounds. I'm down for that because I have some extra LBs I got to shake.
All right, so Orlando, Michelle, my wife, and Chloe, who's home for winter break from college, Michelle heard about this place called Sweatology, and it's a place in South Tampa. They put you in a tube, and it's 130 degrees, and you sweat off 600 calories in half an hour.
So that eliminates the gym.
That's a shortcut right there.
It is.
I like it.
It is.
I've done that before, and it gets really gross and gooey in there.
Hold on. So wait a minute. Hold on. Meredith, you've done it?
Yes, 100%. And then the red light therapy as well for the body.
Oh, wow. All right, so we have the technical issue figured out here. So Orlando, you've done this for years. Tell everyone exactly what you're doing and how our Q105 MJ Morning Show listeners can help out the great charity that you're working for.
It's our 11th year. You guys can join in. We appreciate you giving us a little time this morning in the midst of the sweat talk. But you can join us at wild941.com/toy drive. Everything that we collect benefits the Children's Home Network. They've been handling foster care children here in the Bay Area since 1892.
Wow.
22 years after the Civil War, they started scooping up kids around here, and
Yeah.
they've been taking care of them ever since. So they do an incredible job taking care of the kids on the campus and also the kids with their kinship program and their people that they've had enough love to bring the kids into their family for a foster care deal, but they might not have had the expenses to take care of their needs for the holiday, and so that's where we step in and kind of fill that gap. So anybody, anything that you can give, if it's $20, if it's you skipping your coffee today and deciding to come by and donate that, you can see us here at West Shore Plaza. We're right across from Chipotle next to Seasons 52 over here. It used to be Sears, before Sears went away.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also, by the way, like every Halloween, it turns into that Halloween pop-up store.
Oh, yeah, the
store?
spirit stores, man. I mean, they actually had it where it took over the mall proper inside and took over the Sears, so you had to walk in through the mall. It was a lot bigger than the normal takeovers. But, so we're doing it here, and you can go online or you can come by and see us. We urge people to come down and see it because it is something to see as far as the Carpenters Union putting this together and making it so sturdy for us and safe. So
I mean, it is a really serious the whole scaffolding situation. It's like he's like Ryan Seacrest up there on like in Times Square or something.
I'm the Black Ryan Seacrest.
There you go.
Yes, that's what it is.
There you go.
Now, MJ, I will tell you, I have to give Fester some love because Fester reached out to his day job that pays him nothing compared to what you guys pay him.
I think it's the other way around.
Well, he did step up, and he got us a great RV from the General RV Center in Dover, and the thing has 2 master bathrooms. It has reclining leather, there's flat screens. I'm like, yo, is Puffy coming? I mean, is this for our foreman? I mean, it's an incredible setup, and I appreciate you, Fester. We've been giving you a lot of love. And all of your bosses that made that happen.
No, I appreciate it, Orlando. And, we're happy to help. And, what happens, MJ, is Orlando's up on the platform, but he needs a team of people there. There's an engineer there 24 hours a day. There's promotions people there 24 hours a day. And we've been helping out any way we can.
Now, what about the bicycles? Are you still encouraging people to drop off actual physical bicycles for kids?
We are. I mean, my mantra has always been every kid deserves a bike because that was our independence. I mean, everybody knows about hearing about MJ and the Maldives and him walking around his palatial acres and all that stuff. But there was a time where little MJ just jumped on his Huffy and just got moving.
No, I had a Schwinn. Well, first of all, I had a hand-me-down. I had my Uncle Schwinn with the big banana seat. And then,
no, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
That was his favorite part.
I had the Schwinn with the big banana seat and those big those chopper handlebars, and the big chrome back bar that went up in the air like a big paper clip. I had that, and then that was like when I was like 7 or 8 years old. But then when I turned like 11 and 12, back in like the late 70s, that's when the BMX bikes with the mag wheels came out.
Yeah. Oh, man, if you didn't have mag wheels, you weren't loved.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
The baseball card in the stomach.
But you had to get you some mag wheels, man.
See, you guys were lucky.
That's where you learned that kids existed a couple blocks away from yours, where you didn't just have to walk. You could ride around. You became little crews, kind of like the Sandlot deal on the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was freedom. It was an ability to get away, and even when it was too much at home, you could ride away and get your mind clear and come back.
And then I saw the dead body on the railroad tracks, and then we had the pie eating contest.
That's Stand By Me.
I can't believe that you saw that.
For real. They're like, either this is Stand By Me or it's a movie of life.
So,
all right, so the deal is, yes, bikes, balls, gift cards, dolls, whatever it is that you can give, these kids are going to appreciate it because all of us have had a moment where we went under the tree and bugged out about something that was under the tree, and we're trying to give those moments to kids that are in the foster care program, but not just kids, because we think dolls and we think you're very small kids, cute little, Annie and Daddy Warbucks kind of situation, but they're 15, 16-year-old kids in the system as well who would like to take a gift card and go buy a pair of shoes or take girls for a date to, a restaurant.
A Sephora gift card.
Yeah, or get makeup for a teen. So there are all different kinds of options. If you have toys or gifts like that, you can bring them down to us proper, or you can just go online and donate, and then they can find those that way. So either way, it's just a big help, and I do appreciate Q105 Live and MJ Morning Show audience for sharing with us.
Thank you, Orlando. Thank you, Meredith, Davi. Thanks, crew. And we wish you the best. I'll stop out and see you guys before you shut down. So West Shore Plaza, right in front of the old Sears. You can't miss this massive scaffolding. So stop by, make a donation, bring stuff by. Bring a kid's, go to Walmart, Target, buy a kid's bike and drop it off, or make a cash donation, whatever. Best of luck, and I'll see you out there soon, guys.
Hey, thanks, MJ.
Shout out
Thanks,
to
guys.
Roxanne. Love
Shout out to
you.
Roxanne.
Love
Hey,
you.
Roxanne.
Hey,
Roxanne wearing
Roxanne.
something cute today. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, ain't nothing like walking in the building after her. It's just like a fashion show.
It is.
I swear to God.
It's like a runway every day in here.
You guys are so kind.
The unspoken Roxanne Meredith competition is actually my favorite part of
Oh,
working.
Meredith is
Oh my God! When they
gorgeous.
walk down the hall together, I just get out of the hall. I can't be out here. It's too much sexy going on. HR is
My face is so red right now. You guys got to
Step
stop.
aside and say I'm watching the show.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Love what you do.
All right. Bye-bye.
I recorded all that for
That's
HR.
awesome.
All right, so there you go. We just did a live shot with Orlando and Meredith from the Wild Morning Show, part of our Beasley broadcast family, and we're happy to help with a great charity that he's operated for years. All right, the toilet. We've known about this, but I guess there's a new research study, and they've taken new infrared or some type of photos to show how much stuff gets flung in the air when you flush a toilet.
This is like the 1,000th.
Yeah, but
time I've heard
this video is graphic.
Yeah, but there's new video.
Ew.
That's what it is.
Oh, it's going to be like when you see all of it splash, all the duties and sprays and stuff.
All right, now, here's the deal. Scientists at the University of Colorado at Boulder say that the invisible plume contains microscopic particles of pee, poop, and whatever else is in the bowl comes flying up like a mister. Yeah. And Roxanne told me yesterday that her daughter likes to stick her head over the toilet as she flushes.
She's the worst.
What is she
it's
doing?
terrible. And you can't because
I'm going to start calling her Poopy Face.
she's really into flushing it herself. And I'm always like, shut the lid, get away. And she just walks right up to it and like flushes and then puts her head over, like it's almost like a mister or something. It's awful. It's awful.
A lot
But,
of my family members did that,
but
but they all became plumbers. So.
Exactly. So, again, there's even more new research out and new video out about close the lid when you flush the toilet because all kinds of stuff flies up in your face. It's like just it's the nastiest spritzer, apparently, ever. So...
Why don't they have a tube that comes down from the ceiling every time you're done, covers the toilet, and then you know how in Willy Wonka when the fat kid got sucked up the tube?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Why don't they tube up, the duty air?
All right,
that's a good
idea. I'm always thinking, I'm an inventor.
Do you have to be that graphic?
Call it the duty tube.
What else would you call it?
Stop it, guy. Just stop.
The dudaire.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
The Dudinator. All right,
Yeah.
I'm moving along.
I need investors.
Listen,
Now-
not to interrupt.
Yes,
but just
well, you
FYI,
are. But go ahead.
I'm interrupting because I have to leave here in 6 minutes.
You told me 9:30 is when you're leaving.
But I didn't realize I had to be there at 9:50, not 10 o'clock.
Okay, and
So if you had anything you wanted to talk about with me specifically, you have 6 minutes to do so.
Actually, Roxanne, I'm glad you brought that up.
you guys have to see this. Fester, go to your email. I sent you an email last night. Go to your email. Last night, I sent link to Fester. This bed is insane. This is nuts.
Earthquake bed for web?
The earthquake bed. This is a bed. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
It's like a bed vault.
It sucks you into it, right? It sucks you down under it.
Exactly. There's in the is this real?
Yeah, that's been around for a little bit, I think.
For the first time I've seen this thing. It's the earthquake bed, and Andrew, you got to put this link on videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show.
It would be frightening.
We'll have this up shortly, mjmorningshow.com, in videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. So the top section, you'll see videos mentioned. We'll put the link. It goes to a Twitter feed, and there's like a 2-minute video or a 1-minute video, and it's
there.
It is already up. All right. Andrew says it's up. So you can go look at it, mjmorningshow.com, and you'll see, click on videos mentioned and click on the link. it is like this crazy platform bed that you sleep on. And in the event of an earthquake, it automatically drops you into the bottom of the bed, into the frame.
Wow.
But it's like this incredibly strong metal box. And they claim that even if the building you're in collapses, that you're entombed, you're encased in this protective metal box. You could have multiple stories above you collapse, like an apartment building, cave in, and this box is going to preserve you.
So you'll just die inside the box.
No,
that's falling
no,
all these.
no,
If I'm inside
No,
a
there's
box,
there's water and all kinds of stuff in there. There's air.
Yeah,
There's
so
an air system.
There's cushioning in there, but what happens is when the earthquake hits, the bed senses it, it drops you, it folds, it closes, and it's a steel vault that you're sucked into under your mattress.
You're buried alive.
It encases you, and there's air. Then there's also food and water, so you can survive inside this earthquake bed. They make it for singles, doubles, and is this real? The one thing that I thought of when I saw the earthquake bed, man, this is crazy. Is this real, or is this just some kind of animation? Is this a real product? And I meant to do this last night, but I didn't. Fester, can you search for, is the earthquake bed real?
Okay.
Well, while he's searching, let me tell
Yeah.
you who's been talking about the earthquake bed.
Who?
Ice-T. And he made a really good point. I have to.
Wait, so he's not only selling the car warranty crap, he's selling earthquake beds now?
Ice-T for
So
earthquake
he
bed.
said, as he so eloquently puts it, he's worried to have an earthquake bed because he says you could also set that thing off bleeping.
I'm thinking like, yeah.
Hold on, where did you see Ice-T say this?
Just on MSN.com.
Really?
Yeah, he just said it. Yeah, he's like, you could.
When did he say it?
Breaking news. Ice-T said it 5 minutes ago.
I think he said it yesterday at 4:27
Are you kidding me?
No.
I think he said it yesterday at 4:27 p.m. That's awfully specific for an I think.
Ice-T for, what is it, Car Shield?
Yeah.
Is
he
this
said you
real?
could set this off if you were, getting at it.
Oh man, then it closes on you
Mhm.
on your junk.
Well, you kind of drop down.
It drops you down, so when the vault closes on top of you.
Yeah, but if you're on top of a girl making love, she's gonna get dropped down. You're gonna get squished.
Or she's going to.
No, if you're, well, that's true. You're right.
You're gonna get cut in half.
Because if for couples, though, there's a bed that drops you both in, but I wonder if
you're on top,
the,
you're gonna be like,
if the profile's higher, or what if
what if you're 7'5" or
well,
something?
I'm thinking of a certain position, man, where
your daughter's in the room.
Oh, that's right, my daughter's.
Jeez.
Are you,
Oh.
Chloe? Are you cringing at Daddy?
Yeah.
No, I'm
When am I not?
I'm cringing at Daddy.
This is a counseling.
You got to see this video. Go to mjmorningshow.com, click on videos mentioned, and take a look at this earthquake bed. It's like a minute-long animation, and it's crazy. You can have a 5-story, I think they showed like a 4 or 5-story apartment building collapsing, and they're claiming that you'd be safe in your earthquake bed. Even if even if the whole damn thing collapses on you, until like the
they save you,
until like the search and rescue team from like Northern Virginia and Fairfax County comes to get you. I think, yeah, Andrew.
Yes, to answer your question about when Ice-T said that, it was yesterday at 11:07.
He's serious. He must have seen the same Twitter video that I saw.
Well, it shows the time on it when he tweeted it.
All right.
Oh, so he tweeted it. He didn't. Okay.
All right. Now, moving along.
Ice Cube, have any comments?
I have a little issue with Chloe.
Oh.
Yeah, Roxanne, you might want to hang out for this.
Okay, you might. Okay.
Chloe was back for a day. Chloe has her driver license because Chloe is 21 years old. Chloe is back from Scotland for winter break from St. Andrews. And she talks Michelle, my lovely wife, into letting her drive. And Chloe's behind the wheel of the BMW X5. And Chloe was in South Tampa. And Chloe has destroyed the front right. The front right, so the passenger side front wheel, Chloe has wrecked the wheel. I mean, I've heard of curbing a tire or curbing a wheel and getting a little nick or a scratch. But Chloe, you managed to run along the curb and you have effectively done almost all 360 degrees of the rim.
Oh, and that's not a cheap rim.
So it's the rim that's damaged, or is it the sidewall of the tire, or is it everything?
It is, well...
the tire must be all scraped, right?
The tire has like the scuffs on it, but the tire's okay.
Okay.
But Chloe has destroyed a BMW X5 rim.
Chloe?
The wheel... and these are like cast aluminum. These are expensive rims
Okay,
or
make
wheels.
me feel worse.
All right, so what the hell happened?
I explained to you
Well,
what happened.
Why do you explain it to people listening to the radio show?
Okay, maybe people will hear me out.
Oh, Mommy, please let me drive. I want to drive. I'm in Scotland. I don't get to drive.
I normally drive when I'm home.
Right, and the first time you're behind the wheel in 3 months, you wreck the wheel on the car.
Okay, guys.
What happened?
Here's exactly what happened.
Irresponsible.
Can I say what street I was driving on?
Yes.
Okay. I was heading on a Zeal. And I was going, I don't know, southbound, northbound. I don't know which one.
That would be east or west on the
Okay.
It's east to west street.
You need a compass.
And so I was heading one direction.
Were you driving toward your house or driving toward downtown?
My house.
Okay, so you were headed west.
Yes. Okay, heading that way. And I'm heading that way. And all of a sudden, there's a big red truck, a fire truck, headed right at me. And it is speeding. It is blaring its horns. It is coming right at me. The second that it's about to pass me, it can't because there's a barricade in the other lane. So my mom is honestly yelling, stop. She's just yelling, stop. I want to get out of the way. Of course, I want to stop for the ambulance.
Was it an ambulance or fire truck?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, the fire truck. But I have to get out of the way because there's a barricade in the other lane. So it can't just, it literally looks as if it is going to come right at me and smash through us. And that's when I just tried to veer off. I wasn't going to go off the street. I was just trying to get to the side and let it go kind of by in between me and the barricade. And that's when I hit the curb.
See, if you would have cut your wheels completely toward the curb, the car would have went on the curb.
I know.
And it had been fine.
But Chloe, it wasn't just like 2 inches of the rim or the wheel. The whole thing.
It was a very scary situation.
I mean, it was like...
Okay, I remember the sound.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like that.
That's what it sounded like?
Maybe a little longer, actually.
Tell me when to stop.
Oh, please stop.
Just stop.
I think she sounds like a very defensive driver, and you need to buy her a BMW.
Thank you, Roxanne. It's on my Christmas list.
Yes. She also did it in a drive-through parking lot. This was like
Can you not judge being close to a curb and not
last
hitting
summer. She hit a curb
Okay.
on the rear left. So she put a nick in that wheel. You know what? You have those guys. They have those wheel tech guys that will come out and they work miracles. So they know how to fix these like cast aluminum wheels, and they can make them look factory fresh. So I got to find one of these wheel repair folks that can make this wheel look. I mean, this wheel's got to be like a $2,000 wheel. It's not cheap.
I understand that.
Chloe's got to pay for it.
I offered to, and I will gladly pay for it because I am sorry. And I did learn my lesson the first time. And you can ask whoever drives with me, Julian, Mom, you. I do tend to go wider now to avoid curbs.
Was Mom screaming at you?
Yes, she was literally screaming at me.
Give me an example.
No, because there are a lot of bad words. I can't.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh,
For Michelle?
yes.
No.
Yes.
Michelle doesn't scream without a couple.
Jerry, give her your card so she can give it back to you as if she's going to pay for it with your own money.
Give her what?
Well, here's the funny thing about kids offering to pay for stuff. I'll pay for it with the money that you give me.
It's like I buy them Christmas gifts, but it's their money.
Yeah.
Give her your card so she can pay for it.
Go get a job while you're home and then pay for the wheel.
I mean, I don't see why you don't put her in to drive through a PDQ.
I need to find one of these. I need to.
No, how awesome would that be, right?
Oh, I would do that.
There's an opening at Kuzmano Plumbing. You ever scrapped metal?
With the new toilet story, I don't think
Or
so.
Yeah. I need to find one of these wheel guys that they can fix all these nice aluminum wheels. So if any are listening, 800-990-1047. I got a job for you. 800-990-1047. If you're one of those high-end wheel repair guys where you get in there and you guys make it look like it's factory fresh. I've seen the work that some of these wheel folks do, and they do it right on the car. They don't have to take the wheel off the car. And they do an amazing job.
It's really good. I got to go.
Oh,
That's
I
good,
don't want to
Roxanne.
go out on a high.
Good morning, Roxanne. Hey.
So,
Quack,
MJ,
quack.
I would like for
Quack,
you
quack,
to check out Sam the Hubcap Man over on Bush Boulevard.
He's got all. I mean, that's the building.
Oh, and Chloe,
Yep.
your new favorite Netflix show is what?
Oh, Wednesday.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun dun.
Do they play that music?
No.
Did you learn the dance?
They don't.
Her famous dance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. They don't do the on this new Wednesday,
I can't
which
recall
is
that they did.
It's Wednesday Addams from the Addams family, and she's the subject of this whole concept, this offshoot. And Wednesday has her own series now on Netflix, Flex. And you're telling me they don't do da 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 da.
I really
Da 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 da.
It's modernized.
Da 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 da. They don't do
It's
that.
100% modernized.
No,
They
I-
didn't use that.
I saw you watching it, and they've got Gomez and Morticia in the
Oh, yeah.
back, and Lurch is
They have a lot
driving,
of-
and Pugsley's in the front seat when they're dropping her off
And
at the
Lurch and-
Lurch is driving.
Yes. They have a lot of the key details from the original, but
You know who else they have in the show?
Who?
The play-
Uncle Fester.
I like to travel incognito.
There it is.
Come on.
Yeah, she says it.
Uncle Fester.
and it's funny because I grew up calling you that.
Yeah. Because Fester's original name, I named him Uncle Fester originally.
Yes. So he's always
kind of
been.
dropped off, but
yeah,
Chloe actually thought I was her uncle for a while. I'm like,
I definitely
All right,
did.
bad news kid.
All right, now,
okay.
I have a story about this.
Uncle
because
Drew.
this is like creepy real life. Now, do you like the Adam? You finished it already?
Yes, it was only 8 episodes. It was very fast. I
it
could
good?
not stop watching it. I really could not stop watching
So,
it.
thumbs up for Wednesday on Netflix?
100%. Do not let your kid watch it.
Okay, so that's the thing. Hadley saw it on my feed because she has her kids' feed, and Wednesday does not populate on her feed. She saw it on my channel, and she's like, "What's that?" So we watched the trailer, and the trailer looks fun, and she drops the barracudas in the boys' pool.
So, Chloe, Fester's kid is 11 years old. She's not old enough to watch it, right?
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
The other reason why
maybe with you.
The other reason why I'm bringing this up is I saw a story that the girl that plays Wednesday, what the hell's her name? Jenna Ortega.
She comes from a Disney Channel show.
Jenna Ortega is in trouble.
With who?
Well, here's the deal. I guess she revealed that she filmed the viral dance scene while she was COVID positive, and I guess didn't tell anybody.
Who cares?
The star of Netflix's latest Wednesday is in hot water after revealing that she filmed some of the show's most popular scenes while she was positive with COVID. Did she infect other people?
That dance is something else.
I have not seen the dance.
She's something. She can move.
Actress Jenna Ortega stars as Wednesday in the hit show. In an interview with NME magazine, Ortega revealed that while filming the viral dance scene featured in the series, she was actually battling COVID. I choreographed that myself. I'm not a dancer. I'm sure it's obvious. She said, I woke up. It's weird. She tested positive, and she was filming the scene while she was COVID positive.
Okay.
Jenna. Let's see how she ranks on WikiFeet.
NME reached out to the production company behind the show to ask about the COVID incident. And they replied by saying strict COVID protocols were followed. And once that positive test was confirmed, production removed Jenna from the set. Yeah.
So it's not a kids show, huh? It says TV 14.
Where do they do it on the show and stuff?
Yeah.
What do they do? Sex, drugs, rock and roll?
They're just
Language?
Is it
maybe
scary?
language. Yeah, it is pretty scary. I
Hold
think
on.
that's the one reason.
Chloe, speaking of scary, you ruined our wheel on our X5.
Okay.
I got a guy on hold here. Hi, good morning. It's MJ. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
This is Jason with Glenn's Wheel Polishing.
Hey, Jason, do you fix those high-end aluminum wheels?
Yes, sir. We're probably one of the oldest privately owned wheel repair companies in the country.
And what's the name of it?
Glenn's Wheel Polishing in Tampa. We're over by the airport.
All right, now, do you do it on the vehicle?
No, sir. You have to bring your vehicle. We actually strip the wheel off of it and completely recondition the wheel inside and out like brand new.
Oh, I got you.
And if it's an OEM wheel with an OEM finish, we give a lifetime warranty.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to put you on hold because, man, this thing's a mess. All right, so
Constantly getting your car fixed.
yeah. All right, hold on. I'm going to get Andrew to get your information. I appreciate it, man.
No, thank you, buddy. You've been listening to you since I was a kid.
Well, I really appreciate that. Andrew will pick you up now, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you.
Please do, MJ. You have a fantastic weekend.
You too. All right, grab that line. He's on line 4.
All right, this place is pretty highly rated.
Yeah.
This place is no joke.
How about you just leave it? I did it to my truck last year, and it's
Adds character.
Glenn's Wheel and Polishing Incorporated. All right. Yeah, I'll make Chloe go over there.
Yeah.
I'll drive over there.
Make you scrub their floors.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 9:24. It's the MJ Morning Show. Final chunk of the MJ program is next here on a Friday. And a lot of times, my favorite part of the show is the final segment because I have all kinds of great stuff that we didn't get to. And I'm looking at that list right now. And we're back in minutes, so don't move. Oh, you know about the hitman that's on the run? Do you know about the decapitator? There's like this hitman decapitator that is like potentially on the run locally. This is crazy. You got to hear this. I guess he just waltzed out of prison. This is nuts. Also, warning on these frauds on the side of the road holding up all these hard luck story signs. We got a little update on that. So hang on. Back in a minute. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. First, though, let me tell you about my... MJ Morning Show on Q105, 9:35. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday. Hopefully a great weekend is planned for all. Chloe, any specific requests? This is your first weekend back from school and winter break. Do you have any requests of your daddy?
Probably just salmon, if you could make that, please.
Oh, you want me to make the salmon with the koshi hikari Japanese short grain rice?
Yes.
I got to go get rice. We're out of rice.
Oh.
So I got to go to Kotobuki over on, what is that? What is that road up there? It's off of Memorial. What is the, when you cross Hillsborough off Memorial, what is that?
Tampa Road?
No.
Cross
No.
Sheldon?
Sheldon Road, yeah. So Kotobuki, that's where I get my Japanese short grain sticky rice. Yeah, I make this pan-seared salmon with bok choy and over the koshi hikari rice. Ooh, how good is that, Chloe?
It's really good. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, there you go. All right, a couple of things before we get out of here today. The Brittany Griner thing happened. Many think that we got played by Putin. We traded a basketball player who made a really stupid decision by having illegal substances in Russia. And we gave up this merchant of death responsible for American people getting killed, planning to sell arms to kill American soldiers. And we released a really bad dude from U.S. custody yesterday.
We're getting back a really great basketball player.
Oh.
She better start dunking.
Yeah, she better start standing up for the national anthem. How about that?
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, how about that? She doesn't. She seems to be a bit anti-American. This Brittany Griner.
That should be done. I mean,
she's anti-Russian now as well. So
yeah. All right, a couple of things before we get out of here. This ninth grader in St. Pete. What the hell? A ninth grade student was arrested yesterday after the student posted a picture on social media of them holding a gun in a school bathroom. This is according to the St. Pete police. Ninth grader, Gibbs High School, charged with possession of a weapon on school property. Officers said a teacher notified school resource officers about a social media post from a student showing themselves holding the gun while standing inside the school bathroom. Investigation was quickly launched. They identified the student as a 15-year-old boy. What the heck? I mean, first of all, a 15-year-old doesn't need to be near a gun unsupervised. Number two, you don't bring it to school. And then what kind of dope takes a picture holding the gun inside the school bathroom and then posts it on social media?
Oh, the dopiest of the dopes.
You all right?
Are you choking on your own tongue over there? What's going on?
I got a little choked up on the last word.
Are you all right?
I'll be fine.
Is it my stupidest gravius kicking in?
My stupidest gravius. Well, Fester does have it.
I'm just kidding.
It is in remission.
I laugh at funny jokes. I don't laugh at unfunny ones. It's okay.
All right, guys, are you aware of this cartel hitman? Is this not making the news like it should? A cartel leader and a hitman who likes to video torture sessions and decapitates enemies apparently just walked out of the Coleman Federal Prison up in, near Ocala, right?
Yeah. Big federal prison.
What the hell? So this guy was serving a 49-year sentence. Edgar Valdez Villarreal, or Villarreal. Edgar Valdez Villarreal, a Mexican-American cartel leader, has been mysteriously missing. He's removed, apparently, from the Federal Bureau of Prisons website. He's now listed as not in BOP custody, although his release date is not until July 27th of 2056. Valdez Villarreal, 49, is known by his underworld moniker La Barbie.
Oh, God. Just call me Villarreal.
He headed up the Los Negros, an enforcement group of Beltran Leyva cartel, one of Mexico's most ruthless. Grew up in Laredo, Texas, was given his nickname from a high school football coach because his blue eyes and light complexion made him look like a Ken doll.
Oh, so call me Ken, dude.
That's why he has that nickname.
Yeah, El Ken.
La Barbie.
Yes.
I'm not going to be afraid of La Barbie.
Yes. Don't call me El Ken.
Where the hell is this guy? This guy was being held at Coleman. I mean, right up the road, the federal facility. You know, over the years, do you know how many inmates at Coleman have sent me letters like they're listeners to my shows?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We've gotten calls from Coleman before.
Yeah.
You got inmates that are pen pals with you?
gosh.
You know, I haven't heard from any
Fans.
I haven't heard from any Coleman folks in a while.
It's like Fester and Jennifer Meade.
But I'm telling you, Iris, over the years, I got dozens of letters from inmates at Coleman Federal.
That's weird.
MJ, I'm your biggest fan.
It's like how fans sent stuff to like Dahmer and those people.
All right, but this is weird. Where is the guy? Did he just walk out?
How do these guys get out of jail so easily?
So he just walks out. This obviously could this not have been premeditated? I don't know.
I don't. Well, here's what's weird. The question is, did he just walk out? Why is he missing? A spokesman for the Bureau of Prisons refused to say while Valdez Villarreal was no longer in federal custody. There may be many reasons inmates can be temporarily removed from the site if they're undergoing court hearings. BOP is saying we don't provide specific information, but they're showing he's not in custody, and no one's saying where he is. Did he just disappear? Where is he? Did he just walk out?
Did he have like a tunnel like El Chapo?
If he's like in a court hearing where he's transferred, then that should be public information.
Well, he was not at a court hearing. They don't take you off of the inmate list if you go to a court hearing. Plus, he's already been. I wonder if he became a witness or a snitch or he's
a
like
rat.
A rat,
a cheese eater.
El Barbie the rat.
I don't know, but I just thought it was a weird story, and Coleman's right up the road where this guy was housed apparently.
Yeah, in Sumter County.
All right, heads up, folks, because Florida cops here are warning about these roadside scams, these panhandlers holding up all these signs with all the hard luck stories. Now, these are nothing new, but I guess some of these folks are getting a little more brazen. The Ocala, not far from Coleman, the Ocala police have posted photos of panhandlers that are using false stories like a funeral, need to pay for a family funeral. Roadside panhandlers are becoming a more common sight in many cities, according to the Ocala police. However, it's important to remember that not all of these individuals are truly in need. Many of them are scammers who use false stories and fictitious signs to prey on the generosity of the kind-hearted people.
I mean, I assume they're all fake stories, so I just want to see the most entertaining ones. I'll give a buck to the guy who's like, just need a beer.
Yeah, and that's it. They're looking for a score, trying to get some meth, or they're trying to buy their next, Ripple or whatever the hell they're buying.
One guy had
some Ripple.
One guy had a sign. Yeah, Ripple. He had a sign that said, like, I'm too fat to be a nude model. And I was like, you know what? You are. Here you go.
You didn't see that sign.
Yeah.
Did you really?
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. I've seen all kinds of signs. Love
Guys,
these guys.
I've got so much stuff we didn't get to.
Let's just stay. We only got 5 shows left.
But, you know, Roxanne had to leave early. We owe the listeners at least another 2 hours.
Did you at least scratch the surface?
As of
that is a crutch.
Oh, really?
That is a crutch.
We didn't even scratch the surface.
We didn't even scratch
We
the
didn't even
surface.
scratch
I
the
got a
surface.
rash of it.
I mean,
Morons.
Chloe scratched my rib on my BMW, but I have not scratched the surface yet of my pile of stuff. I have a huge pile.
MJ, don't let this guy talk to you
I
that way.
haven't scratched the surface.
I have a loaded show already. I've got great stuff that I didn't get a chance to get to.
You
So
didn't scratch the surface of it?
Unscratched.
And
The
listen,
surface has not been scratched.
folks, a week from today could be my last show here. My contract is up at the end of the month. We're going on Christmas vacation after next Friday's show. We're here all next week, unless they prematurely just remove me from the air. I don't know.
They'll have security walk you out.
So I do not have a new contract. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no clue.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned next week. See what happens. But I do not have a new contract, and I expire at the end of the month. I will be away when my contract expires because I'm leaving with the family next weekend for a little Christmas vacation time with the family.
Enjoy.
All right. So Monday show you want to listen to because I've got A-list material we just didn't even get to.